everyone, welcome back to Shadows over Ravenloft, episode 20. Some announcements before we begin. If you like podcasts, check out Mimics and Monstrosities on Podbean, Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and you can listen to all of our backlog of Beneath the Tide up to episode 60, which just went live a couple minutes ago, about half an hour ago. And tomorrow, we'll start uploading the Legends of Wildmount campaign to our podcast. So if you want to listen to little bite-sized campaign sessions, Legends of Wildmount, our first episode premieres tomorrow on the podcast. And yes, so check it out. What's up? That's it, really. That's the only announcement I have now. It's just podcast stuff. Also, if you happen to be a member of the Discord or a member of the Twitch who are in streams, the rules have been updated for the Discord and the Twitch, so please check it out when you got the time. I had to go through the Twitch TOS a little deeper and kind of figure out what's not allowed in more detail, and some of it's kind of good to know. But, without further ado, let us begin. Last we left off, you guys finished your fight with some ropers and continued your descent into the archives of King Barov, and took some rests, I believe. Yes, took a short rest after the roper fight and scoured King Barov's archives after returning back to it, albeit a bit changed, less worn out, less dusty, more clean and well kept. And you notice that the mural was a bit different. The mural was a bit different. The vampire baby, or the Strahd baby, now looked more vampiric. And after spending quite some time deliberating if Strahd was a vampire still, when he was maybe a couple feet away to examine, he just eventually yelled out loud, "I'm just not a vampire." Just, to get the train moving. And eventually,
found a door.
and eventually Bernard deduced that the door they had come through into this room initially had switched to the other side somehow. And after going through that door, the party found a strange ladder that was bending time and started moving down a tunnel. And at the end of the tunnel was a strange fleshy appendage, a uvula with an eyeball on it. After opening the door at the end of the hallway, Una was swallowed by a strange creature, and the party followed after, finding themselves essentially touring through the digestive tract of a massive creature that had been somehow made a part of this dungeon. After riding a river of acid and smelling digestive fluids and stink and other sort of nastiness, the party jumped onto a ledge at the last minute as their raft broke into pieces and cascaded over the side of this acid waterfall. Opening the door, the party found a kind of podium, a pedestal, with just a black void inside. Una, doing what she does, poked a finger inside the void, and soon her finger was obliterated and essentially just disintegrated from her body. Realizing that the object, in fact, in this void was a sphere of annihilation, Bernard did his best and had a very cool intellect battle with the individual who was controlling this sphere, and eventually pulled the sphere out of the void so the people could grab the key inside and unlock the book, and everyone who unlocked the book was sucked into said book, leaving Bernard behind as the sphere of annihilation was once again taken over control by its original owner and sailed towards him. In the last minute before Bernard was obliterated, he raised his shield up, obliterating his +1 shield, and he ran over to the book, unlocked it, and he too was pulled inside the book. And that is where we're going to pick up immediately, as soon as I fix this stream window real quick. Pulled into this book, you all appear sucked into a book. The book is nowhere near you, no key or anything, but you're standing in a room with 6 doors. There's a circular room with just 6 doors all over them, and kind of suspended in the middle of this room is a massive set of chains covered in words. Some you can't the chains are covered in words, and hooked into these chains is a very old and withered human male who looks like he's been decaying for some time, rotting, but very much alive and breathing, like the chains are keeping him sustained. And he's just like, "Hello? Hello? Hello?" and the four of you just get deposited into this room. And so Strahd just hello? Who's there? And his back's kind of facing you all. Hello?
Bernard still has, like, the grip from the shield still, like, in his fist. You can tell it's just like...
Are you okay?
That was close.
Who's there?
Real close.
Visitors. Who are you?
Visitors? Why are you here?
That's a good question. Who are you?
My name is Khazan. And Strahd just goes, oh shit. Hello, Khazan. Strahd? What are you doing here? This is the man who I tasked to destroy the Sun Sword. He's the one who hid all of the shards across Ravenloft. What? Hello?
Good to know.
Were any of you injured by the prison's protection? Hello?
Do we trust him?
He's trustworthy. I know him. I can vouch for him. Hello?
Then what's up with the chains?
Can you come and speak to my face? I can't turn around.
I'm not talking to you, fucking Strahd.
I don't know anything about the chains.
Alright.
So wait, are we inside a book?
That would be my prison, yes. It's my spell book that you're trapped inside of.
Alright, let's see what this guy looks like.
So you all round to face this very old man who's very emaciated, withered, undead looking, almost like the chains are kind of sustaining him torturously, like he can't ever perish. He's like, what are you doing in the prison? How did you get in here?
Oh, that's a long story.
Yeah, well, you want a sandwich?
Bernard's still digging around in his pack.
I can't enjoy food while chained up.
Really? You got a mouth, don't you?
Nothing works.
Oh no.
I starved to death my first week here, and the chains brought me back. And the chains are like hooked into his like flesh, his pecs, and he's completely nude, and he's just hooked into various parts just of his meat. And each of the chains kind of have a word on them, written in different languages. And he's like, so, how did you get in here?
Like, here is in here the book, or here is in here in general?
Here, the prison.
The book is the prison, or what do you mean?
The book's been my spellbook's been converted into a prison by the dark powers.
Yeah, I mean, did it always have a key on it?
Yes.
Like a lock?
Yes.
Well, I mean, we just opened it.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he sees Bernard holding has like the sun sword. You're rebuilding it.
Yeah, you got a problem with that?
No, the Strahd wanted it destroyed. I had no issue with it. The Dark Powers apparently sealed me away so the location of the shards would never be found. Blah, blah. All that.
Why not just kill you?
It won't work.
What if we undo the chains?
Oh, do you have some kind of interesting spell that when you die, you have a...
I don't have it put on me. The chains are sustaining me against my will.
Right. I picked that up. Sorry. I may have heard of some things where if you die, if you do something, you can come back in another place.
It's nothing like that.
So yeah. So.
The chains are bound to the guards of this prison.
What's written on the chains?
The names of the guards. Each chain is corresponding to one of the guards that needs to be slain to break the chains.
What if we break the chains?
You can't.
We'll kill the guard?
You have to kill the guards to do it. The chains can't be the chains can't be broken.
It's one of them one-way things. Shucks.
Like, you could try to break the
They
chains, but the
walk
last time I tried to break a chain, there was this huge concussive psychic blast that killed me instantly, so...
Yeah, but you're also the one being held by the chains. We're not.
I don't know, that sounds pretty risky.
I said a concussive blast, it would affect you all, too. So if you want to die and get vaporized, that's your choice.
Where are the chains connected to his body?
All over. Pecs, bum, thigh, meat. There's one in his throat, 2 in his shoulder. There's 6 chains total, yes. There's 2 in the pecs, 2 in the thighs, 1 kind of like above his butt crack, like in the spine, and then there's 1 in his throat.
Alright, so... What, we just got here, and you're wanting us to go kill these guys for you.
Well, if you want to get out, yes, there's no other way out of this prison.
Wait, how does killing them get us out?
Their names are etched on the chains. Once all the chains are broken, apparently a rift opens, and anyone can kind of just step through. The guards are also imprisoned here, too.
Well, then where are they?
He points gestures to all 6 of the doors. Each one is beyond one of those doors.
Neat. So, before we go through this, I was battling with someone, couldn't see them, don't know who it was.
Oh, was anyone injured in that conflict? I hope no one was. Was anyone hurt? Killed?
Killed?
Don't know.
No.
Oh, okay, good. I am also forced to maintain the protection around the prison's key. Against my will, I have to control the sphere of annihilation. No one died? Everyone's okay?
She
Just
lost her
barely.
finger.
Yeah, kind of missing
No,
At
that's
least it was only one.
shocking. No, man, no one got my joke. Weird, no one usually puts their hand in there, so that's interesting.
We are a testing family. We test things
We are a
out.
testing
Well,
family.
that sounds
And
pretty...
it wasn't the hand, it was the finger.
Yeah, it still sounds like a
and
dumb
then we
idea.
still have this
Anyways, yes, I'm Khazan. I destroy... He can't really... I don't mind... I'm gesturing. He can't gesture. Everything's chained
Yeah.
up. Yeah, I destroyed the Sun Sword. They locked me up in here because I know the location of all the shards to a T. I can pinpoint them at all times.
Neat, where's the other one?
In the Shadow Rift.
Yes, but where in the
Pinpoint it. What's the latitude and longitude?
Well, you see,
Give it to me.
I have to be on the same plane of existence as the shards, and we are not currently on the same plane of existence.
Alright.
This is another
So-
demi-plane in Ravenloft, so...
Is it possible for me to force you to eat a sandwich? Because I have a feeling once we get rid of all of these darn things, you're just gonna die because
I'm
you're not being
undead.
kept
I
alive.
don't need to eat.
Oh. Oh, the truth comes out.
He already mentioned he was
Oh.
undead.
Well, you said the hooks were keeping him alive.
Yeah, it's sustaining him through undeath. He also looks
I'm
un.
very
I also
confused.
said he looks undead too. So he's just like,
He said looked undead.
yeah, food. Again, food does me no pleasure. It turns to ash in my mouth.
That's disgusting.
Alright.
If you've fucked with the dark powers, you know what they will do to people.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I know. I turned blue for like a year.
You
It
sure,
was
weird.
You sure that's all they did to you?
Nope.
Fucking better be.
It probably wasn't.
Damn it.
They can hide things very well.
Yep. Know that one.
Well, I guess we better start killing. Can you give us any tips?
I have never seen the guards, so no.
Great. I suppose there's a door kicking time.
I don't recommend it.
I guess it's creeping forward and pushing doors open very slowly time.
Sure.
Yeah? Is that...
Again, I've only ever been in this room. I have not seen my captors.
Well, then what the hell are you?
Oh, fine. You don't want to help me. You can stay here forever. That's your choice. We can be good friends. We can talk to each other every day. until you all die of starvation.
Yep. We were heading in that direction. All right. We're gonna do this. Strahd, how do you feel about this, buddy?
I'm fine. I know Khazan.
Has he always been undead?
Nope. He was very much human when I ordered him to destroy the shards. You must have pissed off the dark powers, eh, Khazan? Yes, I did. By doing your bidding. So fuck off.
That's a little tension in there.
All right, everybody, bring it in. Bring it in.
Bernard's just gonna do the big like arms thing, get the whole group in.
Okay.
Huddle up.
Yours up.
Oh, sorry. They're not doors. They're veils. Shimmering veils on 6 points in the wall.
Yes.
Veil kicking
Dorky.
time.
Oh, sorry.
See what this beautiful bride has to offer.
Apparently, all the veils do is once you step through, you can't come back until the guard's finished. Apparently.
Oh,
That's pretty neat.
stipulations.
Comanic.
Command. You sure the spear didn't hit your head? Sure.
It's close.
Oh.
So, you don't know what's behind anyone, so it's just a matter of picking one to
All
go
I
through.
know is there's scribbles on the walls, kind of carved into the walls beside each of the veils that say the area that they're going to, and apparently the guard's name that corresponds with the guard's name on each of these chains.
Okay, bring it back in, guys. Come on, alright. What's everybody have to say about this?
Well, it's our only way out, apparently.
Yeah. Nuzzle, what you got, buddy?
Yeah, so I was thinking the same thing. It's one way.
This is what you get for being a testing family.
You're the one that opened the darn book. You dig that? Uda, what you got?
Looks like we're gonna get into some brawls, and Una's just like getting her daggers ready and just like, let's get this over with, guys. The quicker we die, the quicker we're out of here.
I don't
Wait,
think that's
what?
how it works.
I would prefer to not die.
I'm trying to make a joke, Strahd. Come on.
I don't like jokes yet, still.
Okay, how about you, Doctor?
Just honestly, I just want to go home. Like, I guess it's ass kicking time.
Yeah. Alright, let's start taking these guys out. Or gals. We'll see.
Yeah,
What
let's
language are all the scribbles written in?
Different ones, so I hope y'all have some languages split up amongst y'all.
Sure.
What languages?
So,
Awesome.
Which veil do you want to go to first? The far left one, the far right one, or one of the ones in the middle? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6?
Let's go one.
1. Anyone who can speak Infernal can read this one. So that's Nesla, Ophelia, and Strahd. And it says the Sepulchre. And the guard of this area is called Pestilox the Riddled. Strahd's like, ugh, gross name, Pestilox the Riddled.
Pestilence, sickness.
Bit of disease.
Essentially, it sounds like it's going to deal with sickness, disease, grossness.
The lock's the riddle, eh? Sounds like one sick joke.
Right, let's go.
You're not
Just-
going to read the other ones first?
I mean,
Yeah, we
sure.
will we get to it whenever we get to it, right? Let's do it.
So are you reading, or
Let's
are you just walking through the veil?
I'll peek
Well, I mean,
over.
like we have to go through each of them.
But you might want to read them first, is what I'm getting at.
Oh.
Oh,
I thought you were
okay.
saying like we already had read like one of them.
Yeah, you
like,
did. That's the one you read. I thought everyone was just deciding to step through this first one right away. That's the
No.
plan.
Unless
I'll
it's implied.
definitely look
Oh.
over to
No,
number
you can
2.
go through whichever one first you want.
We're testing family.
Una's going over to the second one to see if she can read it.
Everybody
boy.
pick a door.
Okay.
Woo.
You
Bye.
cannot read this one. It's a language you don't understand. It looks just like a chaotic assortment of runes and letters. You do not understand the language it's written in, Una.
Nothing thieves canty about it.
Nope. Anyone else?
She's gonna.
Anyone else? Oh, sorry. Continue.
She's just gonna like keep going along until like if she spots anything, she can kind of
All right.
read.
Anybody else trying to read the scratchings beside the second veil?
Sure.
Bernard is he's putting a cloud rune.
Hey, doctor. I think I got something for you here. I learned this from
Okay.
the old alphabet of the giants.
Okay.
And he like puts a cloud rune on her staff.
And what does that do? I don't
What
remember.
does-
I will be posting it in the chat for everyone.
Did you bless? All right. Then after that, Ophelia will go around and see if she can read any of them.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Right.
All right, so the second one that Una tried reading, you cannot decipher either. It's just again an assortment of letters and just shapes and symbols you do not understand. Una, when you eventually get to the third door, kind of passing off the second door, the third one says the frigid depths, and the guard of this area is Corin the Bold, and that text is written in giant. So Bernard, Una, and Strahd can read that door as they pass it. The third door says the frigid depths, and the guard of that area is something called Corid the Bold.
Deaths.
You come to the fourth area, the fourth veil, scratchings, and no one can read that one either. It looks like it's similar to Infernal, but kind of less erratic in its scribblings. But no one can.
Crystal?
No one can read it. You come to the fifth door, and only Strahd can read this one. And he says, so this area is called the Tomb of the Eighth Flame, and the guard is called, well, the Eighth Flame.
Neat.
And the final door you guys come to, Ophelia and Strahd can only read the final door, veil scratchings, and it says the Hall of Screams. And the guard of this area is called Koro Zel. So you know, hold on, 1, 2. Yes, you know 4 of the doors, 2 of them you do not know what lies beyond, essentially.
Oh, which door?
The first one, right? I mean, probably doesn't matter what order we do these in.
You get the idea, it doesn't.
Just so we can keep track.
All right. Door number 1.
Alright, you all approach the veil for the first area.
Ooh, that's right. Beans.
Alright, I'll go in first.
Alright.
I suppose everybody will be right after me then, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Right behind you, Bernard. Let's do this.
Alright,
Alright, hopefully we can just rush in, kill the first thing we see, and then rush out.
Bernard. You step through
What's
the
up,
veil?
buddy?
You step through the veil?
Yeah.
Alright, as soon as you step through the veil, it's a... You disappear into
Great.
this different area, and you find yourself in a sewer system flooded with acid. You can only see a few remnants of dry patches of land throughout.
Cool. Do I see anybody?
Nope. Just a sewer
If
system.
I look around, is there any other exit?
Nope.
Great.
Just a sewer system flooded with acid, and about 15 feet away is another patch of dry land.
Cool. I'll go there.
You have to... Yeah, you can easily jump to it.
Okay.
Everybody else following?
Yep.
Again, you all follow the same thing, and you find yourselves in a sewer system flooded with acid, and there's only just remnants of dry patches of land that you can step onto. So it's a lot of hopping.
Great.
Ugh.
And the acid actually provides enough light to actually see.
Flashbacks. I'm not digging this.
Is it Mountain Dew acid?
No, it's like bubbling, caustic, very smelling acid.
Mountain Dew acid. There you go. Alright.
And the patches of dry land are maybe 10 feet in radius.
Well, I suppose we should get hopping. Until we see this thing.
Ophelia, what's your strength score?
-2.
-2. Your strength score, not the modifier. So I need the score.
7.
7. You need to roll a athletics check or acrobatics check to try to jump to the first patch of dry land.
Athletics or acrobatics?
Yeah.
That's gonna go well.
But I have wings. Does that?
That's true. You do have wings.
Can I fly?
Yes. The sewer dimensions is 10 feet wide and 15 feet tall.
Okay. So if I fly instead of hop, do I still have to make this check?
Not if you're flying, no.
Okay, then I will be flying, not hopping.
All right. So you'll be flying the entire time.
Yes.
How long do your wings last?
Until I dismiss them or
Cool.
I die.
All right. So, Una, what's your strength score?
10.
10. You can just make the jumps. Oh wait, no. You can jump as many feet as your strength score. So, if Una wants to jump across, she also needs to make an acrobatics or athletics check.
Una's gonna take out the flying broom
Cool.
and say fly and then hop on that bad boy.
All right, Nesla, what's your strength score?
12.
12. You will have to make an acrobatics or athletics check to jump to the first patch of dry land.
Hey,
Okay.
guys, Nesla, hey, buddy, I don't want to see you get all Birdie Bird's acidied again. That's pretty rough,
Yeah.
buddy.
I don't either. So,
You got a problem riding
would,
down my back?
do you have the strength to carry me in a jump?
I don't know. You look a little bit thicker than the last Nesla, but I don't know. Let's test it out.
Well, you already jumped, so Nesla's already on 15 feet away from you. You'd have to jump back and grab him.
Sure, I'll jump back and grab him.
All right, you jump back.
Hup. That's the noise he makes. Hup. All right. Yeah. Hop on. Let's give it a shot.
Okay.
How much do you weigh?
Let me set things back real quick. I am 135 plus equipment. Let's see, equipment will be another 125.
Could you add those together for me?
260.
Okay. Let me get the calculator out here. So 184.
Shut up.
184. Dang it, I keep hitting extra buttons. 184. Plus, what was your number again?
260.
444.
260. Yeah. And my push, drag, and lift is 600. My carrying is 300.
It would be based on carrying,
Yeah. So that'd be over my carrying
so
weight.
you won't be able to do it.
Yeah. Unless we drop a few things. Leave it behind. Which I probably can drop a few things. Whether I can drop 144 pounds of stuff, that's...
And just so everybody knows what to expect, each of these patches of dry land is 15 feet apart from each other. Every single one in this sewer system.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's a lot of checks to pass. So we need to drop weight.
Okay.
So
We gotta cut weight,
Nessa-
guys.
Nessa's like 200 pounds altogether.
260 with equipment.
Una's
So-
gonna fly back over and she's gonna be like, Nesla, need a ride? Because the broom can carry up to 400 pounds.
Well, how much do you weigh
With your equipment.
with your equipment?
My equipment is 30 pounds right now.
Yes, plus your weight.
Apparently, I am 30 pounds.
Dang, that's real light for a dwarf.
I
That
don't
is
think I
very
changed it
light.
back from a because I was
Oh, so dwarf weight, I will pull that up for you in 1 second.
Ophelia's just vibing.
Yeah. So that shield is gone.
You're 150 pounds. That's the average weight for a dwarf, so we'll say 150.
150, so I'd be
180 total with your equipment.
yeah.
Plus Nesla was 260. That's
Yes.
that's 440. That's not that's too much
Dang
for
it.
the broom.
Four.
All right. Here's what's gonna happen. Yeah, Nesla starts to push everybody back a little bit.
Everyone, Una and Ophelia is currently in the air, and Bernard is the only one
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
beside you.
He's just getting the like 5 feet around him clear, and he's going to hand Una his sword and belt.
And she'll take him, put him in her bag.
And you see Nesla start to contort a bit, and snout starts to elongate. He starts to grow
Mm-hmm.
about a foot. He bulks up about another 100 pounds. Fur gets a little matted.
That's not gonna. You're gonna be tougher to carry that way. Oh.
Yeah, you guys watch as Nesla starts to turn into. What lichen form did you choose? Were tiger, were bear, were boar, were rat,
Where kitten?
werewolf.
Yeah, were kitten. Come on now.
For like statistics for combat, did you go werewolf, were
Oh.
bat, were bat is one of the choices. Were tiger, were rat.
I'm not sure if I actually had to choose something.
It's
for
just
that.
flavored, so just trying to figure it out.
Would just be standard werewolf, I
Okay.
guess.
So you guys watch as
It-
Nesla just starts to contort, and his bone, you hear the bones like snapping and cracking, as he like turns into a werewolf.
But does he look like
Oh.
a kitten still?
No, he looks like a werewolf.
Oh, an actual. Oh. Oh, I thought we were just talking stats. Okay, cool.
No. If he said it's a werewolf. He said werewolf, so.
Una flies down to him, just puts her hand under his chin, just like, "Aw, who's a good boy, Nesla?"
I'll snarl at you and jump to the next one.
Yeah, you can easily jump to the next one as a werewolf. Just.
Yeah, Bernard follows.
All right.
Una just mutters to herself, "Our Nesla couldn't do that."
Bernard kind of looks at Ophelia and is like,
Wow.
And that is my start of an hour.
Yep.
And I'm also going to assume lichen regeneration will get me back up to 50% by the
Alrighty.
time we get through this.
Alrighty.
yeah, we probably should have taken some type of rest.
Womp womp.
Nope.
So you guys start
We
like
did.
Bernard and Nesla are hopping. Nesla's just like wolf like leaping just across these things. Ophelia's flying with her wings. Una's on the broom, kind of flying behind. And yeah, you just follow the tunnel, the singular tunnel. And at the end of this tunnel, you guys see after about an hour or so, not an hour, sorry, 20 minutes or so of travel time down this tunnel, you come to a single door with no dry land near it. It's 15 feet to the door, and it's just acid in front of the door. And it's a wooden door with a pull ring on it, like a pull handle.
All right.
Una's
Wait,
gonna
wait. Oh.
fly up to the door,
Okay.
and she's gonna kind of like with the broom, like give it a once over to see if there's like any like mechanical traps going on.
Yeah, investigation check. And just so you remember, I did switch your class over to the revised version of the revived rogue. Rip.
Yeah.
But now you can turn into a ghost.
I know, but I'm not vibing
Spoiler.
with it.
The downfalls of UA, subject to change at all times.
Investigation?
Yes.
27.
You don't appear to see any traps.
Just looking at like the door handle, like
Mhm.
specifically like the part where you like grab it.
Yeah.
Does it look like there's any like acid on it?
No.
Okay. So Una is going to like grasp it with her bad hand,
Okay.
one with the finger missing, and she's gonna like back up with the broom.
Okay.
Like before she goes, she's gonna like kind of like give a nod to everybody, and she's gonna like back up and like pull the door open.
Okay. You pull the door open, and you see a large stone room, all just stone ground, no acid whatsoever. And at the room's about 60 feet wide, 60 feet long, 60 feet tall. And at the other end of this massive empty room is another door.
And Una will, like, when she sees that nobody's like getting ready to fight, like there's nothing there, she'll come out from behind the door and like fly through the threshold.
Okay. As you fly through the threshold, the floor caves in and falls away, the entirety of the floor, except for 10-foot diameter stone platforms. And you watch as all this floor collapses in on itself into a lake of acid 60 feet down. And as you fly in, a figure appears on one of the platforms. A riddled, pockmarked looking creature leaking with pus. I will show you what that figure looks like for everyone, because it's a hard creature to describe. And I'm going to have everyone roll initiative.
Right.
Oh.
And it's a 15-foot jump into the door where one of the platforms is. Boop.
The ass kicking time, boys.
So this is what Una sees. No one else can see this figure yet.
Ugh. Gross. Fun. Ugh.
Some rancid vibes.
So, what? Oh fuck! I need to add Strahd on the initiative order as well, because he's here too, and he has enough strength to jump, so he's fine too. I keep forgetting he's here, you guys.
He exists.
I wish that was us.
Yeah, he's got a strength of 18. He's fine. He can just.
Strahd's fucking ripped.
Yeah.
Fucking shredded, yo.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
He's a fighter wizard.
He is. Yes.
Bernard could have been that.
All right. What did Bernard get for initiative?
13.
Ophelia.
9.
Una.
26.
Nesla.
23.
23. So, Una, you fly into this room. This floor collapses everywhere except for 10 of these stone platforms. The pockmarked, riddled figure is standing on one of these platforms about 20 feet away. All the platforms are 15 feet apart. And below the platforms is just a lake of acid 60 feet down. And you're on your broom. So you're up first. On your broom.
So, am I like 10 feet away from it? More like.
He's about 20 feet away.
So 20 feet away.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to. Aerial combat. I'm going to fly up to it with my what's it called? Vicious longsword.
Okay.
and try to just whoosh.
Okay. As you move into its area where all the never mind, never mind, never mind. Actually, yes. As you fly into this kind of haze around it that it has around its body, like the putridness of it. I need you as soon as you fly into the area right up next to it. I need a Constitution saving throw.
Aight. 13.
13 fails. You take.
Is it
you-
against poison?
It is.
I have advantage against poison.
It's not poison damage, but it is a poison condition. So roll again.
Okay. 14.
14. You take 19 points of necrotic damage, and you are poisoned.
Eat. It could be worse.
Don't say that. Law of attraction.
So yeah, you fly up to it.
Disadvantage. Sorry.
You fly up to it, and you're all like, and poisoned. You have disadvantage on ability checks and attacks, I believe.
Bad for our rogue.
Yeah.
No sneak attack.
This is double check. Yep, disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. So you fly up to it on your broom. What are you doing?
I'm still going to try to hit, but at
With it
disadvantage.
with disadvantage. And if it's a vicious, you're using the vicious longsword, right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't get sneak attack with it anyway, because you can't get sneak attack with longswords.
I am really, really mad because I rolled a nat 20 and a 2. Like, I'm really, really
2?
mad.
Well, you swing at it and it just goes, and it kind of like limps out of the way, like slinks, and you just a wide swing.
One second. Oh, no. No, because that's, I can't deal sneak attack. I'm going to bonus action disengage and then fly. Because I flew like 20 feet and then I'll fly like another, disengage and go like another 20 feet.
Okay, so 40 feet away from it. Or 20 feet away from it, sorry.
20 feet away from it.
Yep. Okay. Anything else then?
No, that's everything.
Alrighty, brings it to Nesla. Nesla, you watch as Una flew into the room. The floor collapsed into chunks and just fell into a lake of acid. All that remains are 10 stone platforms, 10 feet in diameter, 15 feet away from each other, and then below all those is just a lake of acid. And about 40 feet away is this individual. 40 feet away, 30 feet away, sorry, is this riddled individual standing on one of these platforms. And there's just a cloud of flies and just pestilence kind of swirling around him.
Alright, I am going to let out a howl and crimson right thunder damage onto my claws.
Okay.
Which will give me a little bit of damage. New score, and I'm going to take 2 big leaps over to his platform.
Okay, yeah, so you can jump onto one stone platform, jump onto another stone platform. And he is a medium fiend creature, so you can share his platform if you choose. But it's a 10-foot diameter platform, so if he wants, he could just shove. So, you're jumping onto his platform?
Yes,
Okay.
right on top.
As soon as you enter his platform, I need a Constitution saving throw. Because you're entering his cloud of pestilence that swirls around him. 30 feet around him, sorry. It's 30 feet in his radius, so just that cloud of pestilence.
Oh, is that? Yes, that 27.
Nice, so you are immune to that for the next 24 hours. And you get right up in his face, just this massive werewolf just looming in front of this riddled, like, weird-looking creature.
Yeah, and claws across both sides.
Also, I don't remember if we covered this last week. Critical rules, we went back to raw. So it's roll damage, then multiply it. So yeah, make your attacks.
Alright, first one is a 16.
16 does not hit. He kind of just slinks out of the way, and you just claw into the stone platform.
Alright.
Just a check. Aside from your Crimson Right, are your claw attacks magical at this point as a Blood Hunter? I don't remember.
As the new character, I'm not positive.
I'll pull it up real quick because I think it might be.
I think maybe in the Lycan form.
No, it is not. I don't think.
Oh,
Yes, they are. Improved predatory strikes. They are. While they are active with the Crimson Right, they are magical. So, your claws are magical for the time being.
Okay.
Only while in Crimson Right, they're magical.
Alright, and the second hit is going to be a 29.
29 hits. So yeah, he slinks out of the way this first one, then you slash across his chest with the second one.
And that is going to be 13 damage.
Nice.
And I'm also going to, since it is a melee strike, Brand of Tethering.
Okay. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay. So. One moment. So yeah, it can't take the dash action, and it cannot leave the plane, teleport, or leave the current plane. Yeah. Alrighty. So this individual is that's your turn.
Yes.
All right, that'll bring it to this creature. It is going to. Let's see here. That's mean. But it's not going to do that. It is going to just do 2 claw attacks against you. Just. It's got these long claws that kind of like drag on the ground, and it slashes at you twice. The first attack is a.
As it does that, I'm going to use my reaction for Blood Maledict, Curse of the Eyeless Amplified, which will be a D8 to me. It's 2, which means I will get to subtract a D8 from it every turn, every attack this turn.
Okay. And you have to do it before you know the creature's roll. After the creature's roll, sorry. So that is a to hit. Either way, 8 plus 4 to hit anyway. Before it's subtracted.
12 would miss anyway.
And you can use your reaction to roll 1 Hemocraft die and subtract the number from the creature's attack roll. So you can only do it for 1 attack roll, it looks like. Oh no, amplified, sorry.
Oh. Yep.
Yep. Alrighty, so it's going to do its second attack, which is a 22 to hit.
And, I've got the clip roll. Nice. Is that 6 or 9? Let's say 6.
So 22 minus 6, which is 16.
Yes, that misses.
Alright, so both attacks miss. So that will end its turn, bringing it to Bernard.
I imagine that there isn't room for me where
Nope.
Nezla and the other thing are.
Nope.
Alright, and you said that this thing's about 30 feet away?
Yeah, 30 feet away, and each platform is 10 feet in diameter and 15 feet away from another platform.
Oh, how dead.
And
Haven't
then below,
used this in a while.
and below the platforms, 60 feet below the platforms, is just a lake of acid.
I wonder if that guy could get hurt by the acid. Probably not.
And he spins his flame around and just doesn't produce flame on him.
Alrighty. That's an attack roll, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
and that is a 20 to hit.
20 hits, so roll damage.
That is a total of 14 fire damage.
14 hits, but it doesn't seem like it does the full amount like you expected. So just so you get the idea it's resistant to fire.
Cool. What do I have for bonus actions that would help? Nothing.
So that's your turn.
All right. Yeah.
Okay. That brings it to Ophelia. You have your wings, so you can basically fly in this room without having to worry about landing on platforms.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And Nesla and this figure are standing on a single 10-foot radius platform together.
Fire doesn't do much.
Well, I'm kind of useless, not gonna lie.
So Bernard, you're
She's gonna
actually
get-
it's a 30-foot radius. So Bernard is 30 feet away. Did you jump onto the platforms, Bernard?
No, you said he was 30 feet, and
Yeah.
my attack was 30, so I
Yeah.
just stood where I was.
So his radius is 30 feet. So you're just outside of the radius of being corrupted by his plague stuff, Bernard.
Oh. Oh.
Oh,
It feels it's a 30-foot radius centered on him. That just plague is buzzing around. So Ophelia, what you doing?
staying out of that is what we're doing.
So you'd have to stay in. You essentially from where he is right now, you'd have to stay in the doorway with Bernard.
That's fine.
Hey,
got
that's fun.
range.
Hey.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, so, can I get an intelligence saving throw from him? The little mind sliver.
Sure, he gets advantage on those because of magic resistance.
Hmm.
Intelligence, you said?
Mm-hmm.
16.
Ooh, that's a fail. That's a fail. So that's 10 psychic damage.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna bonus action spend 3 sorcery points to get a second level spell slot back.
Okay.
And then that'll be my turn.
Alrighty. That brings it to Strahd, who is also in the doorway. He's like, well, this is bullshit. Fuck it. I'm good at Constitution. Not really. Alright. Balls. We're clustering this doorway, aren't we? It's gonna be hard to get through here. Alright.
I'm sure you can imagine yourself squeezing through.
Alright. He's gonna cast Dimension Door and get onto the other side of the room where that door is. On one of those platforms over there. So he's on the other side with Dimension Door. That's 500 feet. That's a action to do that. Bonus action, Strahd will not do anything. He's like, okay. I'm over here now. And that'll bring us to the top, to Una. You're in that cloud radius still, technically, and it's still biting at you.
Do I make another save or do I
Yes,
just take more damage?
when you start your turn there or move into it for the first time, so I need a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Come on, let's pass this time.
With advantage because of the poison.
Disadvantage because
No, saving throws aren't disadvantage. It's just ability checks and attacks.
okay. 21.
21 succeeds. You do not take the necrotic damage.
So she's gonna fly by again
Okay.
and so since I'm not am I poisoned still or no?
You are poisoned, yes. It doesn't end when you succeed on the save. Oh,
Sorry, my Zoom just crashed.
okay. I will rearrange the chat windows. Alright, so what are you doing?
So, you said I'm still poisoned?
You are still
Still
poisoned.
disadvantage, so I wouldn't get a sneak attack.
Nope.
Disadvantage. Okay, just making sure. I'm just gonna fly by with my vicious longsword and just try to chop a bitch.
Alright, you fly by on your broom and go to slash at him with disadvantage again, please. And you wouldn't get sneak attack anyway because you're using a longsword.
Yeah. 15.
15 does not hit. He just ducks out of the way again as you fly by.
Bonus action disengage.
Okay, so-
And gonna go fly by the door where Strahd was.
Okay, so now you're out of that radius. But you are still poisoned. But you can still make the save, I believe. Nope. Yes. Wait. Sorry. Yes. What? Huh? Hold on. Yeah, you're still poisoned. This poison ends very differently. Okay. I'll say just so you know, this poison feels like it's going to be in your body for 24 hours.
Ah.
Cool.
Well, actually, longer than that. I'll say this for everybody knows. It's in your body for 24 hours, for more than 24 hours, basically, and it only goes away after you save against it 3 times when I tell you to. So not when you're in the cloud, that doesn't count. Only it counts in certain other areas. So it's a nasty poison. Alright. Nesla.
Alright, he's still standing right by me, right?
Oh yeah, right in front of you.
Okay, action, both attacks.
Okay.
That is 31 to hit.
Hits. As you just...
And since he is marked, that is 25 damage.
Already just...
Oh, second attack, natural 20.
So roll and then multiply it and then add the modifier. As you just bring another claw towards it.
Plus 7 is 3, and then you double it.
Yes. And
What
you add,
is that?
then you add the modifier at the end.
Oh, okay, so 32, so it's 39.
Okay.
And then bonus action, extra attack.
Yep. So you get one more attack.
And that is 25 to hit.
Hit. So just...
8. And that is 20 damage.
Nice. This thing's looking real rough. Anything else, Nesla?
Start of my turn, the Lycan regeneration, 5 points.
Yep. Alright, anything else?
Yes, there is, because I am under a certain number of hit points, there is my feral stuff. Let me locate the rule on that real quick.
Also, Nesla, when you begin your next turn, you need to make a wisdom saving throw. You move towards another creature and attack it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of right at the end there. Is okay. So yeah, I got to do that at the beginning of the turn. Alright. Even if I fail, it's the nearest creature.
Correct.
Okay. So, alright. Alright, yeah, I'm good.
Alrighty, that'll bring it to the Oinoloth, who looks real hurt, and it's going to look at you and just say out loud telepathically to everybody, "You're going to die." And it's going to cast Feeble Mind on Nesla. So Nesla, I need a intelligence saving throw.
No. So, 21.
21 succeeds. You are not feeble-minded. Your intelligence and charisma is not reduced to
Damn.
1. If that happened, Nesla would have been, essentially. All right.
Wait, what?
Just out of commission, essentially.
Oh. You did this, and I was like,
Yeah, well,
"Fucking, I have to kill him?"
out of commission. All right, so that's its action. Bonus action, it will... You know what? It's going to use its movement and just plunge into the lake of acid. So you can make an attack against it if you'd like to, as it just drops below. Just...
Yes. Let's see. Reaction.
Wait, I think you already used your reaction. Oh, no, wait. Sorry.
Not this turn.
That's right, your turn just passed, so...
Okay, so the regular attack. That is 28.
28 hits, so it goes to jump off the platform, and you just catch it in the stomach as it goes to step off. Just roll damage.
And that is 17 damage.
17 damage. As it goes to step off the platform to kind of recuperate itself in the acid, you just behead it with your claws, and it just falls into the acid and plummets into the acid. And its body does not dissolve because it is immune to acid. And as Nesla slays this creature, you guys all disappear and reappear in that prison cell where Khazan is chained up, and the one chain shatters.
Okay,
Did it die within 30 feet of me?
Yes.
So... One second, because the new rogue thing. 1 second.
I know what you're trying to do.
Una ascends, like she's looking in her one hand and she's seeing what appears.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
Ooh.
Cool.
Yeah. What appears? Una, would you like to roll me percentile dice, please? D100.
1 second.
Or I can do it for you. It's up to you. I have a D100 right here.
50.
50. A hand mirror backed with a bronze depiction of Medusa appears in your hand.
Una just like grasps the handle, looking it over. She's like, lovely. And she sticks it in her bag.
And you are still poisoned, by the way. And you all reappear in that main central room, and Khazan's like, holy shit, you did it. You killed one of the guards. Holy fuck! He sees the werewolf.
Would 6 seconds have passed?
Yes. Oh, yes, Nesla, roll me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Yes, 11. It passed.
Yep, so
And
you're not...
I'm above half now.
So you don't attack any of your friends. And he's like, good job, everyone. And you can see the chain that was connected to his throat breaks.
Does he talk differently now?
No, still the same.
Oh, okay. It's like, hello.
How'd it go?
Thought we killed it. A lot of acid. Kinda shitty.
Oh, that's good. Not good, I mean.
Well, do you guys need to have a sit down for a bit before we do the next one?
No, I'm pretty okay, actually, myself.
Yeah, I am too. I wasn't able to do much. Nesla, can you say anything in that form? You're muted.
I guess it's
And what exactly would you like me to say?
Oh boy.
Cool.
Yeah, ooh. Do you need to sit for a bit and get some vitality back? You got kind of scraped up a bit from the acid and I guess whatever happened to you here.
How long would you say it's been since
Can
I
you roll over,
transformed?
Nesla?
Maybe like half an hour. That fight wasn't even like 10 minutes. That fight wasn't even like a minute, actually.
The longer we wait, the less likely it is that I can continue using this form.
Yeah, I suppose,
That's good.
the question is, do you want to maintain it for the next fights?
I would say that went pretty well. And I look down at the blood or whatever.
Yeah, it's like a
my
purplish ichor dripping off your blood, off your claws.
Yeah. Alright, Nizzle, lead the way. Next one, number 2.
Well, number 2, you don't know what is behind it. Same with number 3.
As soon as he says that, I jump through it.
All right, you guys are taking
Let's
number
go.
2 then. Ruh-roh. All right, so you jump through Nesla. Everyone else following?
Yeah.
All right.
I guess.
You all deposit into what looks like a forest of just death.
Welcoming.
Yeah. All the trees and vegetation are dead and rotting, and the ground is covered in a very thick layer of dust. Numerous petrified statues dot the forest in terrifying poses. A lot of them jumping out of trees, just like. And that is what you all see. And a fog persists this entire area, so it's all lightly obscured. And you will look behind you. There's no door or anything. You're just in the middle of a forest of just death.
I'm going to attempt to sniff out this other guard.
1 second. Okay. Shoot. I'm trying to think here. Yeah, give me a perception check based on smell. You don't exactly know what the guard is that you're looking for, so.
I'm looking for anything that doesn't smell like the foliage around me.
Okay. Perception check.
15.
15. It's a lot of smell of death and dust and rot. You can't really pick up anything.
What you got there, lassie?
Did he find a well again?
Guess I'll just bolt up a tree and start looking around.
Again, the fog, lightly obscured, you can't see much. Just the path ahead.
Nothing.
I suppose there's a path. I imagine that'll take us where we need to go, baby. We're directly into a trap, so stay spry.
Alright. You all start walking down this path. What is the marching order? Down this forest path. Fog, like a lightly obscured fog. And just through the fog, you think you can see figures moving about, but it's just these petrified statues.
Yeah, I'll be out front with my nose up.
Okay, who's behind Nesla?
So Nesla's attack, Bernard will be defense. He'll be behind Nesla, but kind of, defensive position. I think I still have a shield available to me. That wasn't the +1 shield, because I had a shield before.
I believe your shield was turned into a +1 shield, was it not?
A what?
Wasn't your shield turned into the +1 shield?
Oh, I didn't think so. If you want to rule it that it was, then that's fine.
If it's in your equipment, it's still in your equipment, but if it's not, then it's gone.
Yeah, it's in my equipment.
Then you still have it.
Okay, cool.
So who's behind Bernard?
I'll be behind around.
Alrighty. Who's behind Ophelia?
I'll be behind Ophelia, flying on the broom.
Alright, Strahd will take up the rear, because he's also a fighter, so have a big buff fighter in the back too. Alright, so, you guys start walking through this forest path, and Strahd's like, oh, this looks familiar. It's kind of making me feel like I'm at home, Barovia, the forest, the death.
It really is inviting, ain't it, Strahd?
Yes, it is. Thank you. And as you're all walking, you can hear moans in the distance, like, and they sound like normal zombies, and you can imagine probably a zombie is not a guard of the prison, of this area. And up ahead, you can kind of see a pack of like 20 zombies kind of shuffle across the path, but the fog kind of obscures everything, so they just kind of shuffle into another side of the forest. And after about half an hour, so Nesla, you would revert back to yourself.
Oh.
Yeah, unfortunately. And you guys see in the distance, kind of up on top of a hill, a ruined church, kind of like falling in on itself. And the path is completely gone. There's no other path forward. The forest is just dense around this hill, and the only thing you can see is just this church on top of the hill, where the fog is actually not surrounding. The fog is everywhere but the church.
Alright, and as Nesla starts to revert back, I'm going to look up to Una and sword.
Una, do you give Nesla back his sword and belt?
Yeah, like she just like throws it up, just like.
Okay.
I just like.
It's like a fun game we play with bow and arrow.
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, so yeah, Nesla, you have your equipment back, and you guys just see this church up on the hill. Do you approach? Do you not?
What do you say, guys? Turn back? Yeah? Yeah.
Yeah, turn back
Alright.
to where?
Alright, let's go. We probably need to be quiet, maybe? I don't know. Let's see what we could see. What do you think we got in here, guys? Probably something undead, right?
Oh, sorry. As you all got to this church, I forgot to do something. Everybody make wisdom saving throws.
Oh.
Una, you are still poisoned, but it's not disadvantage for saving throws. Just ability checks and attacks.
Oh, this. Part of it.
Alrighty, so Bernard, what'd you get?
13?
13 succeeds.
Ugh.
Ophelia, what'd you get?
9.
9 just fails. So you have disadvantage on death saving throws and dexterity checks for the entirety while you're here. And you gain, and so you have disadvantage on death saving throws and dexterity checks for initiative. So you have disadvantage on death saving throws and initiative. And you gain the following flaw: I don't believe I can make a difference to anyone or anything.
Oh, that's about average, right?
Hey,
That's
Ralph.
par for the course.
Nice, nice.
Ouch.
Nesla, what'd you get?
I failed as well, 9.
Okay. Same thing. You have disadvantage on death saving throws and and initiative, and you gain the same flaw. I don't believe I can make a difference to anyone or anything. So yeah, disadvantage on initiative and death saving throws for the both of you. Una, what'd you get?
24.
You also succeed. Oh, Strahd, I forgot about him. What'd I say?
Fails.
Wisdom? Wisdom? 7 plus
Fucking
8.
fails.
He's good.
That would have been bad.
I got lucky.
Yeah, using the Shadowfell Despair table, because this is in the you're currently in a chunk of the Shadowfell.
It definitely sounds like despair.
So yeah, you guys see the church up ahead. Ophelia and Nez, you guys feel this kind of despair kind of come over you. This potentially the effect is called apathy. So that happens.
Right.
Strahd's like, so the church, I guess.
What do you mean? Yeah. Yeah, let's go.
So is Nesla, who's leading the way? Nesla, you still wanting to lead the way?
No, so you gotta
Able to do anything like this.
You gotta hitch in your giddy up there, buddy. Gee. Yeah, yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, I'll go.
Okay.
Oh,
Kind of dragging my sword behind me.
dang.
Bernard will look around, see Ophelia. What's she
Alright.
doing?
Yeah, what's Ophelia doing?
Ophelia is walking, not flying, very slow. Just like, ugh. Fuck.
Is she hiding? Is she hiding her feelings?
Hiding very well.
Oh,
We know
okay.
how good she's at hiding.
Well, she does have advantage on deception checks right now. Alright, Alright,
So, just a reminder:
yeah, let's go then.
disadvantage on initiative and death saving throws for Ophelia and Nesla.
I hope I won't need the first part of that, but
All right, so you guys start walking up to the church. The door is off its hinges, and it just doesn't. There's no door.
Cool. What do we see?
A bunch of
From a
ruined,
distance.
ruined pews, 4 support pillars, a central podium, and that's it. And a hole, a 30-foot diameter hole behind the podium of just black space. Do you enter the church?
Una.
Bernard. I got this. And she's gonna fly over the group and then fly into the church slowly.
Okay, whereabouts in the church are you going?
Well, first she's gonna like get through the threshold, see if the floor collapses.
Nope.
Okay. Just
It could be
Let's start-
themes.
and she's gonna fly over to the podium.
Yeah.
If there's anything like if there's like a paper,
Nope.
like an old like
Nope.
lecture.
There's a big black void pit behind the podium. And as you fly up to that close, you all hear a voice tremor out from the pit, just like Shimoka. And you watch as this massive skull floats up out of the pit. It has one just massive central eye socket with a glowing red orb in it, and 10 glowing red orbs around
Oh.
its head.
Oh no.
And you guys
Oh.
watch as this flies up out of the pits.
Ooh.
great.
Ooh.
I love our position.
Everybody roll initiative. Disadvantage for Ophelia and Nesla.
Good.
Okay.
Ooh.
So,
Feels like a waste.
so
Huh?
Bernard, what'd you get?
I got a natural 20.
So that's just a 20?
Yeah.
Okay. Ophelia, what'd you get?
A 15.
With disadvantage. Nice.
With
Una, what'd you get?
disadvantage.
24.
Did you roll disadvantage? Because initiative is an initiative is an ability check. So
19.
okay. Nesla, with disadvantage.
Dirty 20.
So 20. What does it bring you to? 20.
Yeah, dirty 20.
All right. So yeah. Alrighty. So. So on initiative count 20, Bernard goes first.
How far away is it?
50 feet. Or sorry, no, 30 feet. Sorry, 30 feet and 20 feet up in the air.
Cool. So how?
$50 total. Technically.
Right. I have a 40-foot move speed, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Um.
Oh, I've wanted to run one of these creatures for so long. I'm so excited.
I don't know what to do. What's the vertical? How is vertical
Height. It's
jumps work?
I generally rule it. If you're jumping to an attack, it's disadvantage.
No, I mean jumping, just vertical jump.
It should say if
How
you,
high?
If you click on your
Yeah.
strength, it should tell you. Or click on your movement, it should tell you. So specifically for Bernard, if you jump straight up, it should be high jump.
High jump.
Equal to 3 plus your strength modifier, so 8. You can jump up 8
8.
feet. So you'd still be just outside of reach.
Right, because I'm. How tall am I? I am 6'6". Plus 8
Yep.
is
Not enough height.
yeah.
It's 20 feet off the ground, and it's right above that void space too, and that void space is 30 feet in diameter.
So
And Una's kind of hovering over the void space.
okay. Sorry, there's not much I can do, really. Is there any cover?
The 4 support pillars, 2 of them are 10 feet away. One on the left is 20 feet away, or is 40 feet away from the one on the right, and then they're evenly spaced, so another 20 feet to the other 2.
Is there a way that I can be close to one, but direct path 20 feet away from him?
Yes.
Okay, I will get behind that pillar.
This is a large creature, so he's pretty noticeable.
Cool. And I will throw a hand axe at him.
All right. Make an attack roll as you just.
That's an 18 to hit.
18 just misses.
Cool.
So just.
There goes that hand axe.
And
I don't
just
know, where
hits-
does it go?
Hits the jaw, and because the void is 30 feet, it just falls into the void.
Great. Goodbye, hand axe. I will delete that from my inventory.
And as it falls into the void, you hear a sound,
What does douche sound like?
like something's disintegrated.
Oh. Cool. Great. Here goes another one.
Okay.
With my second attack, I'm going to throw another hand axe. And
Okay.
he's gonna
Come on, buddy. Ugh.
try it again.
Sure.
18.
18 just hits, so it slams into the
Wait.
jawbone.
18 was what I rolled
Oh wait,
last time.
sorry. Yes, I got excited. Cheek, and goes into the void and disintegrates.
Fuck. Okay. Well, there go my ranged weapons, guys. Both gone. Oh shit.
But now you know, don't fall into the void.
Yeah. We're a testing family.
And you get the sense.
Now
that-
we know.
You get the sense this thing rose up out of the void. It's most likely immune to the void's effects.
What, disintegration?
No, like just whatever that.
Oh.
Hit.
It's just like he's immune to disintegration. Fuck.
So, anything else, Bernard?
Yeah, I have a third attack that I would like to do. I guess I'm gonna. Yeah, I'll go ahead and throw one of my pythons.
Okay.
Tavern Brawler Strike, I guess is what that is, because it's improv weapon that I'm proficient with.
Yep.
Hey, that's better. 28 to hit.
Hits. Hits it right in the jawbone.
Great, and that is 9 damage, and I'm going to invoke the Ild rune.
And what does that do?
Strength saving throw. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can invoke the rune to summon fiery shackles. The target must succeed on a strength saving throw, DC 17.
18
or-
plus 5, 23.
Oh, neat. Okay, fine, we're done. I'm done with you.
Just the fire shackles try to form, and then it just
Yeah, how far away am I from him?
20 feet. Or, sorry, no. 20, 40. No, that makes no sense. Sorry. Moved in 20 to get behind the pillar. 30 feet.
Wait, I'm 30 feet from him?
Yeah.
Oh, then my attacks would have been at disadvantage.
Oh, oops.
Okay. Alright, so I wasn't able to get within 20 feet of him.
within 20
and
feet of him
be
would
behind cover.
would be into the void. So, that void's a 30-foot radius directly underneath him.
Sorry, I meant from like a vertical, if you're looking from above.
Nope. He's got a good eye line of the entire place.
Okay. Alright, so I'm 30 feet away from him.
Correct.
From above, like if we had a map view.
Yes.
I'm 30 feet away. Okay.
Yep.
Alright. Cool. Behind a pillar. Breaking line of sight, hopefully. Now we'll end my turn.
Alrighty, he's going to use a legendary action and do an eye ray on the one that's right in front of his face, essentially, because Una flew right up to him, basically, when he popped up, or before he popped up. So he's
I'm
going to...
ready to die.
Alright, Una, you watch as this blackish-green ray slams into your chest. I need a Constitution saving throw.
Which I have advantage on. Thank God I have advantage on. 21.
21 succeeds. You take... So you would have taken 29 points of necrotic damage, so instead you take
Yikes.
18, I believe. Let me double check. Yes. Oh, sorry. You take 14 points of necrotic damage as this ray slams into your chest.
Ow.
And that brings us to Nesla.
Look around and slowly walk up and pull out my crossbow and take one shot.
How far are you moving into the church? I kind of need to know how many feet you're using.
How far is it to get within 30?
20.
Yeah, I'll move 20.
All right. So you get 20 feet into the church, in the middle of the church, and you shoot your crossbow at it.
Yes.
Make an attack roll.
And it bounces right off. 13.
13. Just tink off the jawbone and falls into the void and.
Yeah, I knew this was pointless. It's just not that time for me anymore.
What's up, Garrett?
Oh, sorry. I was gonna ask if when I hit him with the python, if it was full damage or not, or whether it would have been half damage because it's not magical.
You couldn't tell.
Okay, cool. Sorry.
So,
And I'm going to bonus action Blood Curse of Bloated Agony.
okay.
That sounds fucking cool.
I think the first round automatically succeeds, but amplified at the end of each of its turns, the cursed creature can make a Constitution saving throw. On success, the curse ends. Lasts for 1 minute.
Yep. Has disadvantage on strength and dexterity ability checks.
Yep. And if
Cool.
it makes melee or ranged attacks, takes 1d8 necrotic.
All right. Good thing its eye rays don't count as any of those. Anything else, Nesla?
That's it.
Okay. It's going to use another legendary action at the end of your turn to do another eye ray directed at you. Because you're right out in the open. So it's going to do that. And that will be... You watch as a kind of brownish molassesy colored ray slams into your chest, Nesla. I need a dexterity saving throw.
And that is going to be disadvantage, isn't it?
No, your disadvantage is only for initiative and death saving throws.
Oh, okay. 23.
23 succeeds. You can feel like you're starting to, your joints are starting to slow, but you kind of shrug it off. And that'll bring us to initiative count 20, so the Death Tyrant is going to use a lair action. And a spectral eye opens up on the pillar directly in front of Bernard and is going to blast Bernard with an eye ray.
Super.
Oh, poopies. Bernard, you watch as this ray of just black death slams into your chest. I need a dexterity saving throw.
Goodbye, everyone. 9.
9. You take 49 points of necrotic damage.
Yeah.
Just into your chest. And that's the lair action, so the Death Tyrant is going to do 3 eye rays. 1 at Nesla, 1 at Una, and 1 at Ophelia. So the one at Nesla is... I need a strength saving throw, Nesla. A purple beam comes scaling towards you and slams into your chest, so you can feel like you're being lifted off the ground.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 succeeds. You can feel like it was going to lift you up and kind of pull you over the pit. Telekinetically. Alrighty, so you succeed on that. The next one for Una. The beam slams into you, Una. Una, you can feel like your eyelids get heavy as this bluish beam slams into you. I need a wisdom saving throw. And you're up on your broom above the pit. So I need a wisdom saving throw. You're muted.
24.
24. You do not fall unconscious above the pit on your broom.
Good.
And then the final beam for Ophelia.
Pass it to me on the tank.
Ooh,
I
the
can
same
take
as
it.
the same black beam that hit Bernard slams into your chest. I need a dexterity saving throw. 6. You take 59 points of necrotic damage as that ray just slams into your chest. Well,
59?
yes.
Oh,
What do you have for hit points?
16?
Okay, you're still good. So yeah, just into your chest, and you feel like this coldness wash over you, and you just shrug off death from that blow. And that'll bring it to Una, right above the pit, and right in this thing's... Oh, wait, hold on. Shit. Oh, that was shit. I am so sorry, guys. Ignore the effects of all those death rays, the 3 that happened. So, Ophelia, you have your health back. I got excited. That was just the eye rate that affected Bernard is the only one that happened. So, Una and Nesla, you guys succeeded anyway. Ophelia, you're fine. That was just a legendary action that happened. So, Ophelia, sorry, erase all that health that happened to you. Damage, rather. So that brings
I
it to...
really did shrug off.
So, sorry. Yeah, that was initiative count 20 that just ended. So, that was a legendary action. Una, it's your turn. You're right in front of this thing's face. Above the pit.
She's gonna try to stabby with the vicious longsword into that eye.
Alright. And you're still poisoned, so disadvantage.
And I'm still poisoned. Disadvantage. 19.
19 just hits as you stab into its central eye.
Oh wow.
Oh, sorry, Garrett, what was the damage for the improvised weapon?
9.
9, thank you, I forgot to track it.
And I don't... 10 damage.
10 damage. Alright. So you slash it.
And it's magical.
Doesn't make a difference.
Okay.
So you stab into its eye. Anything else?
Bonus action disengage, and I'm just gonna fly back from it like 10 feet.
You're still above the pit.
The
It's
pit's
30
like...
feet out from under it, so... It's kind of in the center. So it's actually 15 feet out from it, so you still have 5 feet left to go.
Then I'll go like 5 feet back more, so I'm like not flying over it.
Alrighty, that's your turn?
Yep.
Alrighty. That brings it to the Death Tyrant, and you're still right in front of it, so is Nesla. So 3 eye rays. It's going to go Una, Nesla, and Ophelia, like before. So the first one for Una, that is a... Constitution saving throw as this blackish-green beam slams into your chest. Same one as that hit you before, so a Constitution saving throw, please.
I have advantage because of the thing, but that doesn't help me.
What'd you get?
12.
12 is a fail. This beam slams into your chest, and you take 40 points of necrotic damage.
Can I do... What is it called? Is it, the thing where you half the damage? Oh my god.
Yes,
what
you
the
can.
frick is it called?
It's your reaction to do so, so yes, you can. So you take 20 necrotic
That.
damage.
I can't English. I'm sorry.
So, you're like, ugh, and you shrug it off. Still on your broom. The second beam going for Nesla. This beam is like grayish, and there's like screaming faces in it, like a sound of screaming. And it slams into your chest, Nesla. I need a wisdom saving throw. As you feel terror start to like bubble up in your head.
Okay, and this is...
Wisdom saving throw.
Is it for being frightened?
Correct.
Okay, I get advantage. That's not any better. 11.
You are frightened. So, you can repeat that saving throw at the end of each of your turns, ending on a success. And you're frightened for 1 minute. So, you have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of your fear is within your line of sight, and you can't willingly move closer. The only way it will not be in your line of sight is if you hide behind a pillar and just look at the pillar. Anything?
It's actually really good, though.
Yeah.
Get behind pillars, guys.
But you also remember that it can pop up its eyes in other places and eye rays. Then the eye ray for Ophelia. Ophelia, this ray slams into your chest in the doorway of the church where Strahd is standing with you. You feel your eyelids get heavy. I need a wisdom saving throw.
Natural 1.
Natural 1. I feel
Plus 1. Plus 2.
you feel sleep take you, and you just drop unconscious in front of the door. You are currently unconscious for 1 minute.
What's that?
So, you can only be woken up under certain conditions, which people will find out. That's all 3 of its eye so it's going to hover up 20 more feet and get to the ceiling of the church. Bringing it to Ophelia. You're unconscious, so unfortunately that's the end of your turn. Bringing it to Strahd, who's going to use his action and shake Ophelia awake. Just wake up, wake up, wake up! And his action wakes Ophelia. Because he just shakes Ophelia awake. And then he's going to use his movement and get behind the pillar to the immediate right. So he's going to use 20 feet of movement and get behind that pillar. So the Death Tyrant cannot see him. Bringing it... the Death Tyrant has one more legendary action, so he's going to use another legendary action on Nesla to do another eye ray. Currently frightened. Nesla, I need a wisdom saving throw. A pink kind of ray slams into your chest, so I need a wisdom saving throw.
Is it charm?
It is.
Oh, okay, nice. Another damage. 11 again.
11.
Oh.
So you're both charmed and frightened of the beholder. Welch, you're charmed for 1 hour. You can't attack the charmer or target the charmer with harmful abilities or magical effects, and it has advantage on ability checks to interact socially with you. But either way, you do not feel like you want to harm this thing. And that is legendary action, bringing it to Bernard.
Bernard can't do anything, and he's gonna try and stay out of line of sight for now, and just be around the pillar, look around, see that Strahd's waking up Ophelia. But yeah, he can't throw anything. It's outside his range. He can't cast any spells. He doesn't have any abilities, so he's just gonna squat. He's gonna just try not to get hurt.
Alrighty.
And see what, I guess, hold is a reaction to see if anybody comes up to him and does, like, see if he can help anybody. I don't know how.
Okay.
He's just gonna make himself ready to do an action for someone.
Okay. So that's the end of your turn. It's going to use its legendary action because it got those back, and it's going to do another eye ray, this time at the prone Ophelia. No, it's going to do an eye ray at Una. Una.
I can do this all day.
Una, you see a pink ray come sailing towards you. I need a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
Correct, Amundo.
Slippery mind. Proficiency in wisdom saving throws. 14?
14 fails. You are also charmed for 1 hour. You do not feel like you want to harm this thing.
Neat.
Oh, we fucked.
That brings it to Nesla. You are currently frightened of it and charmed by it. So you can't yeah, it's like someone who's so seductive, but you're scared of them.
You're the sub to their dom.
Yeah, so you can't willingly move closer, and you can't attack them because of the charmed condition. You can't attack them because of the frightened condition. You can't willingly move closer to them. So you're kind of just like in the middle of the church, kind of like looking around.
Yeah, are there pillars like parallel to me?
Bernard is currently behind one, and Bernard takes up the entire space behind one of these pillars, and Strahd takes up the entire space behind the pillar on the right. So currently, you have not enough movement to get behind any of those pillars, and you can't willingly move closer to the beholder, but you do have enough movement to get outside of the church and kind of post up behind one of the walls outside the church.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is, I was thinking, I'm going to walk back through the door.
Okay.
But I'm only going to take like 3/4 cover because I'm charmed by it, so I'm like still like peeking my head around looking at it.
Okay. And that's unfortunately your turn because again, you can't really do much with most of those conditions on top of you. So it's going to use another legendary action. So this is the third one that it's used. And it's
I'll
gonna
whisper to Bernard, it's beautiful.
And it's going to use an eye ray at Ophelia. Both Nesla and Una are charmed.
It's
Ophelia.
amazing. It's
I'm the
amazing.
tank.
It's amazing how many smiles are in our current group, considering we are gonna fucking die.
Ophelia.
Corrupt.
Ophelia, you feel you start to get lighter. I need a strength saving throw as it tries to telekinetically lift you up into the air.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm great at these. 9.
9. It lifts you 30 feet in the air straight up, and you are currently restrained while up in the air.
Cool.
The arms of the
It's like
angels.
that Josh Groban song. You raise me
And
up.
yeah, you've also noticed. Also, you guys know stuff about beholders. Its eye rays don't seem to be impacted by its central eye. Most of the time, beholders can't cast their eye beams in through the central eye, so it doesn't seem to affect this thing at all. So maybe it does not have an anti-magic eye. That'll bring it to Una, who is currently charmed up in the air on her broom, not willingly wanting to hurt this thing.
I see Ophelia chilling by me though, right? Like she's just up in the air, and I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah,
Hold on,
but
has Ophelia been able to go yet? Like, I don't think she's even done anything this whole combat, have you?
Yeah, because I was unconscious.
yeah, because she was
for a
unconscious for her turn. She fell asleep.
But then she got woken up. Did
Yeah,
anything just
Strahd-
happen?
No,
Like, was
Strahd
she
opened up.
able-
Strahd woke her up on his turn. He goes after her. She didn't have a turn. this round.
Oh.
Mhm.
So Una, you are charmed. The beholder is considered a friend of yours.
But it wouldn't be going against him to like be like, oh no, my friend's in trouble. Like my other friends, like chilling, like to fly over
Nope.
to Ophelia
Nope.
and try to. So I'm gonna go like fly over to Ophelia
Okay.
and try to like get her on the broom.
She's restrained.
Can I do that?
Nope. She's restrained in a weird position up in the air. You can't even move her around. She's being held telekinetically by the beholder.
Okay,
Sure.
then I'm gonna like position myself underneath her in case she just drops her, so she can like try to drop on the broom, so I can like catch her.
So you're gonna hold.
You know
your,
what I mean?
You're gonna hold your action to catch her if she falls.
Yeah,
Okay. You will need to make a dexterity check to see if you can catch her when she falls.
let's hope the rogue is good at dex.
It's also disadvantaged because you're poisoned. So.
Yeah.
All right. That'll bring it back to the Death Tyrant, and it sees. Fuck! It sees Ophelia restrained up in the air,
You only got-
and it's Una's charmed, so he doesn't want to hurt her right now. So he's gonna do an eye ray on Ophelia. Wisdom save.
Okay.
So this ray of that just emits screaming sounds, hits Ophelia in the waist. Ophelia, I need a wisdom saving throw.
I'm great at these. 6.
6. You are frightened of the beholder, Death Tyrant. So frightened and restrained up in the air. So 3 eye rays. So it's gonna do another one at Ophelia. That is. Oh fuck! I forgot to do the lair action. So we're gonna go back to that actually. No, we're not. I skipped it. I forgot about it, so it's not happening. So Ophelia, you're restrained in the air. Let me just check something about restraint real quick.
Mhm.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw as this molasses-colored beam slams into you. You have disadvantage because you're restrained.
Oh. 18 and a natural 1, baby.
Oh no! So as this molasses beam hits you, your speed is halved for 1 minute. In addition, you cannot take reactions, and you cannot take. You can only take either an action or a bonus action on your turn, not both. And you can repeat that saving throw at the end of each of your turns. That reminds me, Nesla, you can make a saving throw for frightened at the end of your turn. So you can. I forgot to let you do the frightened check at the end of your turn last time. So as you leave the church, make me a wisdom saving throw.
You
7.
You're still frightened. What's that, Garrett?
Oh, nothing. I think it might have been an edge case or something, because for some frightened condition stuff,
Oh, that's right.
you have to be looking away.
This
in
doesn't say
order
anything
to-
about that.
Okay.
So Ophelia, you are slowed. So basically, yeah, your speed is halved for a minute. You can't take reactions. You can only take an action or a bonus action on your turn, not both. And you're also restrained, and you're also frightened. So the third beam,
Ophelia's vibing.
the third and final eye ray is going to slam into Ophelia this time.
Fucking tank.
Ophelia, you see this, you can see through like your restraint, and everyone else can see this gray kind of beam slam into Ophelia. Ophelia, I need a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage.
We fucking great at these.
Una's just chilling under her, watching everything hit her, just like, huh.
Oh man.
I got both ends of the spectrum. A 1 and a 20.
So you got a 1. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ophelia, you feel your skin start to stiffen and turn to stone. As you start the process of being petrified. At the end of your next turn, you need to make another dexterity saving throw. If you fail, you become petrified.
Up in the air.
Yep. And the air one was a reaction. It was the legendary action one. So, as its turn ends, Ophelia drops 30 feet. I need Una to make a dexterity check with disadvantage because you're poisoned. To see if you can catch Ophelia as she's falling and turning to stone.
We got this, we got this, we got this. 19 at disadvantage.
Alright, you catch Ophelia in your arms, and you set her on the back of the broom. What are you doing?
Can I just, like, fly down?
No, it's not your turn.
Okay, I'm holding her. I'm just holding her so she doesn't fall off the broom since she's petrified.
Yep, that brings it to Ophelia. So Ophelia, you are currently no longer restrained, but you are frightened of the beholder, and you are also in the process of being petrified.
Cool.
So, did we went through the
Yes, we
did
went
I
through
get
the
skipped?
No, you did not. You didn't do anything. You were
Oh,
holding
so
your
he
action.
just had a.
You're
Yeah.
You're holding your action
Okay.
to help it out. Neza went after you. He went after. He uses legendary actions, and then his.
Yeah.
And then.
Oh, I thought. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I get confused about the turn order.
So Ophelia, it's your turn. You're frightened, so if you want to attack the beholder, it's at disadvantage.
But I can only take an action or a bonus action.
Or an action or a bonus action. And at the end of your turn, you need to do another dexterity saving throw. Hold on real quick, actually. Because you are in the process of being petrified, you're also restrained again. So.
I'm restrained again.
Yep. So the dexterity saving throw at the end of your turn is with disadvantage, unfortunately, because of the restraint.
Oh. Just gonna pop out her wings. Just bonus action wings.
Okay. Unfortunately, you can't fly because of the restraint. So
Yeah.
you pop out your wings. Okay.
I'm gonna get out of this restraint and then it's over for
All right.
the bitches.
So you have your wings. At the end of your turn, I need another dexterity saving throw to see if you do not become petrified.
Disadvantage, right?
Correct, because of the restraint. Petrification Ray. The targeted creature must make a DC 17 dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, the creature begins to turn to stone as restrained. It must repeat the saving throw at the end of its next turn. On a success, the effect ends. On a failure, the creature is petrified until freed by the Greater Restoration spell or other magic.
Well, I'm gonna sauce at you a saucy 7.
So Ophelia turns into stone in Una's arms, and I believe petrification makes you really heavy.
Yeah, triple your weight, I think.
Yeah, so what's your weight currently, Ophelia?
Jesus Christ.
You're not supposed to ask a lady that.
Yeah, come on.
It might be more than triple your weight.
It's quite a bit.
Yeah, it's like
It doesn't say under this condition, but I know because you're turning to stone, you're real heavy.
Yeah.
All your conditions. Your weight increases by a factor of 10, so it multiplies by 10. So, what's your weight currently, Ophelia?
I don't actually have it written down first. I'm just.
It's just gonna be over
just
400. I'm assuming.
Most likely.
Yeah, so we'll just use the average weight of a tiefling then.
Yeah.
So she's at least 1,300
Which
pounds.
means the broom is also going to fall to the ground with Una, and Una's going to take bludgeoning damage. Because the broom no longer stays aloft when there's more than 400 pounds on it. It does not say weight. So we'll say what? 100 pounds? 120 pounds?
Sure. Plus.
Times 10.
Not much for
Oh yeah, what's your
fucking
equipment?
equipment.
Because that all turns to stone too, all your equipment.
Well, her equipment right now is just the stagecoach and the Staff of Frost, along with her clothing. So
Does it say like the weight on
it
your?
doesn't say because they're like custom items.
Okay, we'll
the
say 15.
stagecoach.
We'll say 15 pounds.
Sure.
So Ophelia now weighs as a stone statue 1,350 pounds. So both the statue and Una fall to the ground. Una, you have 1,300 pounds just landing on top of you as you hit the ground.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
So Ophelia, while you're petrified, you're incapacitated, you can't move or speak, and you're unaware of your surroundings. Attack rolls against you have advantage. You automatically fail strength and dex saves. You have resistance to all damage, and you are immune to poison and disease. Although poison and disease already in your system is suspended, not neutralized.
It's a bummer that none of that matters since you're gonna shatter when you hit the ground.
No. So you fall.
I'm already on the ground.
I'll say if her health gets reduced to 0,
Oh.
then she gets shattered.
What's your health at right now?
A crispy 75.
But you have resistance to all damage, essentially. So yeah, the statue falls. Una, you take from bludgeoning damage, and the statue falling on top of you. I'll add Ophelia's falling on top of that because you do have a massive thing falling on top of you.
Can I use the Cape of the Mountebank to just dimension?
It's not a reaction, is it? It's not a reaction, so no. It's not a reaction.
No.
You take 24 points of bludgeoning damage, Una. And Ophelia, you take 13 bludgeoning damage, reduced to half because of resistance. You take 6. And you're just prone on the
69.
you're prone on the ground as a statue, and the statue is actually pinning Una prone on the ground as well. So Una, you are also prone.
So I'm prone too.
Ow.
How many conditions
alrighty.
do I have?
That brings us to
All
well, frightened. You can make a save and throw on because you're incapacitated. You can't do anything. Weird. Okay. So.
Vibin.
So it's going to use its. So we got it. That's its turn. Ophelia's turn. It gets its legendary actions back. It's going to do an eye on the prone Una, seeing it try to help. Even though she's charmed, this will end the charm though on Una. Oh my God, Una, you're prone.
Free action flips him off.
Una, you're prone on the
Una.
ground, and the eye rays are rolled at random. I'll just let you guys know. Una, you see a gray ray, the same one that turned Ophelia to stone, just fly towards you, and you're prone on the ground. I need a dexterity saving throw. I wonder.
Come on, we're supposed to be
see
good at these.
if you have disadvantage if you're prone. Nope. So just roll a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, come on, please, 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 please.
You're good at Dex.
I keep saying I'm good at things, and then I keep rolling that one, so we're not gonna say that right
Yeah,
now.
don't.
We're not.
Oh, and sorry, the beholder flew down 20 feet, hovered down 20 feet, and then moved forward an additional 10 into the middle of the church. So he's 20 feet off the ground.
22.
22 succeeds. You do not start turning to stone. Alrighty, that brings us to Strahd. This is round 2, by the way. This brings us to Strahd, who is going to... Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. He's going to run over to Ophelia, because he has this spell, and cast Greater Restoration on Ophelia.
Ooh,
Yeah,
he got diamonds.
you guys were talking
his
shit
back
about this
pocket.
bad boy.
We didn't have any.
I still fucking hate him.
We talk shit about
So
ourselves
yeah,
all the
he's
time.
using his last 5th level spell slot to cast Greater Restoration on Ophelia. Ophelia, you are no longer petrified. All your status conditions you had are all cleared up. So you're prone only.
Ophelia, get your lard ass off me.
And then that's Strahd's action, bonus action. He's going to step, not do anything. He's going to get back behind the pillar and just say, "You're welcome." And that'll bring us to another legendary action, Ire. It's the second one. Oh yeah, Una, you're no longer charmed, by the way, because he attacked you with an
Okay, good.
So this
If you moved in, sorry, if you moved into the center of the room, that means he can probably see me. So
Yes,
I've
so
become
he's-
part of the target.
he's doing an eye ray at Bernard. Bernard, I need a dexterity saving throw as this blackish gray beam, a different beam you guys haven't seen yet, goes flying
1.
towards you. 1. Okay.
Hey,
Oh, wait.
Alrighty.
I'm going to use Indomitable
Okay.
because I'm a fighter, and I don't use that enough.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try that again.
All right. So you get to
18.
So you use the new roll. Alrighty. So as the disintegration ray comes at you, you take half. Oh, you don't take any of the damage. So let me just double check. Yeah. So it hits you, and it looks like it's gonna disintegrate you. Well, not really, because it was only 45 points of damage.
Dex, I dodged it. Boom.
But the damage kind of. So you dodge it, and it hits the pillar, and the pillar disintegrates.
Perfect.
Just one of the support pillars of the church just disintegrates. Just. Or actually, yeah, they're 10 feet diameter, so it disintegrates the entire width of this pillar. Just a huge chunk of the pillar just gets disintegrated out, and you can see right through the pillar, a 10 feet radius hole in the pillar.
And the pillar's gone?
Just a massive 10-foot chunk in it, so it's no longer supporting the ceiling, essentially.
Cool.
And that'll bring us to the top of the turn order with Bernard. The beholder is 20 feet away.
Okay.
About 10 feet away from you,
I thought
technically.
someone went in front of me, before me.
Nope.
Nobody did? I was always
Nope.
at the top?
You're always at the top.
Okay. Cool.
We're on round 3. Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Ophelia. You're the only thing that's reduced from you is the petrification, so you're still everything else.
Restrained.
No, restraint's gone because restraint is part
Oh,
of the
restraint.
petrification, so you're just
That's
everything
right.
else but petrification. Yes. Strahd used it specifically to end your petrification. So anyways, Bernard, what you up to?
Well, I still can't do anything to this guy.
I will say where you're standing, because now where he is now, there are the shattered pews. You could get leverage jumping off of a pew to get him with an attack. You'd have to stand on one of these pews.
I mean, I
smash
have,
underneath them.
yeah, I have 3 attacks. Just doing one of them isn't gonna do anything.
I said you
have
could
to get
stand on.
creative.
I said you could stand on top of these broken pews and try to slash him from below, because you'd have enough reach if you did that. Where he is currently.
But he's 20 feet up.
Correct. The pews are like a couple feet off the ground anyway, and then you stand on top of that. I'm giving you something.
Okay. Yeah, all right. Cool. I will do what you say, and I will go hit this guy with 3 attacks. First attack with the longsword is a 25 to hit.
25 hits, slashing at the underside of this giant floating skull.
And that is 9 damage.
Okay.
17 to hit for the second one.
17 misses.
26 to hit for the third
26
one.
hits, so 2 slashes underneath its jawbone.
6 damage.
6 damage. Anything else?
No.
Okay. Bonus actions or anything?
No.
Okay. That brings us to Nesla. Nesla, you're still outside the church. You're still charmed by it.
Yeah. There's no way to break that, so I guess
It's for an hour until you get harmed, essentially, or until someone restores you. Well, to get harmed by the death tyrant, you have to get harmed by the individual who charmed you to end it, essentially.
is
And you can't willingly move closer to your source of fears, or you're not frightened anymore. Never mind.
yeah. I was gonna say is since I'm not really frightened by it anymore, but I'm still charmed. I'm just gonna walk forward.
How many feet?
Back to where I was.
Okay, so you're basically right beside Bernard where the beholder is. It's kind of like floating above you guys.
Isn't that thing pretty?
All right.
It's pretty shitty.
That'll bring us to Una. Una, you're no longer weighed down by a statue of Ophelia, so you can easily get out from under Ophelia and use half your movement speed to stand up from prone.
Doing that.
And Ophelia, your wings are still out, by the way.
Was
Where's
I ever
the
considered
broom?
incapacitated?
Yes, when you're petrified, so your wings are gone.
Yeah.
Where's the broom?
It's at your feet.
It's
So-
still good?
Oh, yeah, 'cause the weight of Ophelia would have caused it to fall to the ground and lose its flight status, so you'd have to reactivate it because it can only hold. Actually, let me double check. Because I know it can only hold up to 400 pounds, so I'm going to see if it still
But
has the
it
effect
doesn't
on
say
it.
it breaks.
No, I didn't say it
just
broke. I
doesn't
just said you guys
fly.
fell. Yeah, so it's right beside you, still levitating a bit.
Hopping on that bad boy and flying over.
Alright,
And slashy with the vicious longsword.
alright, disadvantage. Because of poisoned.
Seven.
7 does not hit. You just tink right off its jawbone.
Bonus action disengage with whatever movement I would have left.
Okay. That'll bring us to it. Oh, sorry. I forgot the glare action again, which is fine. It's going to use 3 eye rays. It'll do 1 at Una, 1 at Strahd. Oh, I can't see Strahd because he's behind the pillar. So 1 at Una, 1 at Bernard, and 1 at Nesla to get Nesla back in on this. So for Una, you see the same beam that tried hitting Bernard, the disintegration one. I need a dexterity saving throw. You're muted.
27.
The beam hits you, you dodge it, and it just disintegrates a piece of the wall behind you. Just the one for Bernard. Bernard, you see the same gray stone-like one go sailing towards you. I need a dexterity saving throw.
Gosh, I'm doing pretty decently on these most of the time. 17.
17 is the DC, so you succeed. You just shrug off the petrification.
Yeah, I don't have any bonuses to dex. I've been getting kind of lucky with these dex
And the
saves.
third eye ray going for Nesla. Ooh, shit. Nesla, you see that same, like, blackish ray of death sail towards you. I need a dexterity saving throw from you.
31.
31. Holy fuck. 31 succeeds, so you do not take any damage. Just, you dodge it, and it just hits the floor and leaves, like, just this mark of death on the floor. The beholder is then going to... stay where it is. Bringing it to Ophelia. You're currently prone, so it's half movement to stand up. And you're also frightened still, I believe. Yep.
Yeah. Well,
So you can't willingly move closer to it, and it's directly where everyone is, basically. It's directly above you guys. 20 feet.
and how high is the roof?
40 feet. But because you're all underneath it, if you do try to fly past it within 5 feet, it will get an opportunity attack. Because it can bite still.
But if I were to detonate something 10 feet above it with a 30-foot radius, can I avoid my friends?
You have that 30-foot radius above it? No.
Nope.
10 feet above. Yes, you would. It would just miss your friends.
Cool. Tight. Do I even want to stand up for this?
Up to you.
Sure. Half movement to stand up.
Okay.
Then 10 feet above it. Sickening radiance. So I need a constitution saving throw.
Okay. Is sickening ready? Oh, yes, never mind. It's attack spell, so there's no disadvantage. Constitution. Ooh, that's a 26.
Yeah, that succeeds.
That fails.
Fails. It does not take damage if it succeeds.
Okay. Anything else? Half movement to stand up. It does not have
I
enough
can only-
reach. It does not have enough reach to do a attack of opportunity. You can only do bites as attack of opportunities.
No, because I can only take action or bonus action.
Oh, that's. You can still move.
Yeah.
You just can't
I'll move.
attack. You can only just do your action or bonus action, but you can still move. But you have half movement anyway. So never mind. You're standing up as your full movement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I'd have like.
Because you're slowed. Yeah. Then that lasts for. That's for a minute, but you can do that at the end of your turn. You can make another saving throw for that slow. So give me a dexterity saving throw, and then a wisdom one for the frightened, at the end of your turn.
I'm just making all these saves. Not disadvantage because I'm not restrained.
Correct.
Okay, so dexterity.
Yep.
Is a 13.
13 fails. You're still slowed.
Cool.
And then wisdom for the frightened. Yes.
It's an 18.
18 succeeds. You're no longer frightened.
Fuck yeah.
So now you can. Doesn't matter if you can move towards it and run. You know. No disadvantage on attacks and everything, or ability checks while near it. Anything else? Nope, because it's slowed. All right. It's going to use its legendary action to do an eye ray on Strahd, because now I can see Strahd where he is. Strahd is getting hit with a bluish purple ray. His eyelids, you can see his eyelids start to get heavy. Strahd, however, does not fall unconscious. Bringing it to Strahd himself. Strahd is going to step out from behind his, not step out from behind his pillar because he can see this thing. He's going to aim it just above this thing, and he is going to cast a 4th level fireball just above it. So he detonates this fireball that needs to make a dexterity saving throw. Natural 1. So it takes 96 fire damage. It takes 24 points of fire damage. Just and that'll bring it to Bernard.
Oh, that was the other fight where it was resistant to fire.
Yep.
Okay. How do these other pillars look?
The other 3 are still stable.
I mean, like, if I look around at them, can I tell, what, like, I want to see if I can bring this place down.
If you bring this place down, it's going to fall on top of everyone, and everyone's going to take damage.
Yeah, I'm not saying right away. I'm talking like I'm gonna hit this thing, and then I'm gonna tell everybody to get out of here, and then I'm gonna finish it.
You can certainly try. They look stable, though.
I mean, like,
they're
I'm
10
just
feet thick
asking,
stone.
like,
They're 10 foot thick stone pillars.
Right, with my mason's tools and knowledge of like how things are built and seeing like how stuff has fallen apart. I don't know.
The pillars are relatively.
Would that just look like a bad idea to Bernard then?
Probably, because you'd be
Okay.
collapsing a ceiling on top of things.
Well, I mean, yeah, we're all fucking dead anyway. Let's see. I can only reach it with a weapon, correct?
Or your hurl flame. You're right underneath it.
Right. I meant like I can't, yeah. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna bonus action giant smite.
Okay. So you become large size, correct?
Yes.
All right, so you're 10 feet tall, or whatever it brings you up to. Yeah, large, 10 feet by 10 feet.
Yeah.
All right, and it's 20 feet, so now it's 10 feet away from you.
Yeah. It's 10 feet up.
Yep.
Yeah. So I guess I'm just like hop, swing, hop, swing.
All right.
Is that what's...
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it then. Alright, first attack. 18.
18 does not hit.
Second attack. 28.
28 hits, so you jump and slash at the bottom of its jaw.
Alright. And that is
Okay.
14 damage.
Okay.
Third attack.
Yep.
16 or 26.
26 hits, so jump slash, jump slash.
Alright, and that is 8 damage.
8 damage. Alrighty, anything else?
I will use...
Or is it a bonus action to use your rune that you just used?
That's not a rune, it's just one of my abilities,
Oh,
and yes,
okay.
that's a bonus action.
Alright.
But what I will be doing is, with that last hit, invoking the Ild rune again, since I can
Okay.
do it one more time, and so, strength saving throw.
21. 16 plus 5.
Cool. Alright. It's fine if those are wasted. Don't cost anything, I guess. Then I will,
Oh.
action surge.
Alrighty, go
3
for
more
it.
attacks.
Yep.
17.
Alright, 17 does not hit.
27, 24.
24 hits.
That's 10 damage.
10 damage. Nice.
Third, 16 to hit.
16 misses. So jump, the other two just kind of clink off its jawbone.
Alright. Yeah, that's my turn.
Alrighty, it's going to use a legendary action to do an eye ray down on Bernard. Bernard, you see this yellowish ray come at you. I need a Constitution saving throw. As the ray hits you in the chest.
24.
24. You are not paralyzed. You can feel like your limbs starting to lock up through paralysis, but you shrug it off.
Cool.
Alright, that brings us to Nesla. Nesla, you are no longer charmed because it targeted you with a ray.
At the target. Okay. But it's still like 20 feet up.
Yes.
I'm still apathetic, so yeah, we're all gonna die. And I pull out my crossbow and one shot.
Alright, make an attack roll. And it's no longer above that void space, by the way.
And it is an 18 to hit.
18 just misses. Kind of just sails through the open jaw. Just.
See, I told y'all we're gonna die.
Anything else, Nesla? Bonus actions, movement to get out of the way of
Oh.
eye rays, to hide or
I'm not
something.
armed anymore. Yeah, I'll back up to the door again.
Okay. That'll bring it to Una. Nope, it will not, because I keep forgetting to do this. Lair action. A 50-foot cube underneath the beholder, and 50-foot cube underneath this death tyrant is filled with spectral eyes and tentacles. To all of you, that area is lightly obscured and difficult terrain until initiative count 20 on the next round. So it's lightly obscured. That 50-foot cube underneath him is just obscured with tentacles and appendages, and also difficult terrain for everyone, except Una, who's in the air on her broom.
So that means disadvantage on attacks?
Correct. Because it's obscured. Yeah, that's the lair action, bringing it to Una on the broom.
I'm just like chilling on the broom. No one can see what I'm doing. And like seeing how bad this fight is going,
Mm-hmm.
she's gonna reach into her bag and pull out the dagger of soul scaring.
All right. You grab it. You automatically attune to it and
Attune to it.
lose attunement to the last item you attuned to.
I had nothing attuned.
All right. So
Oh,
you automatically attune to it. You have disadvantage on all ability checks anyway, and you
Yeah.
still have disadvantage on attack rolls even with that dagger. So no sneak attack anyway.
But it's a plus 12 to hit, so.
Yeah. But yeah. So you grab onto it. You feel that corruption go back into your veins.
And no one can see that I did that.
Because lightly obscured. Yeah. So.
So I'm gonna go up
Well,
to it,
lightly obscured. So.
and I'm still in the air. It could have been a different dagger. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna try to stab that middle eye with it.
All right. Make an attack roll with disadvantage.
23.
23 hits though. You stab into the central eye with the dagger of soul scarring.
That is 8 piercing damage and
Okay.
11 psychic on top of that.
Alrighty. So you stab into the central line and it lets out a squeal. Anything else, Una?
Bonus action, disengage, and I'm just gonna back
Okay.
up.
That'll bring it to its turn, and it's going to do 3 eye rays. One at Una. So, Una, this eye ray comes sailing towards you, and it's a gray, stone-colored ray. I need a dexterity saving throw.
Muted.
Muted.
Third time again. I said 27 again.
Alright, you do not become slowly. The process of petrification does not set in. Another beam is going to go for Nesla.
I'm outside.
Did you? So you went out behind the wall again?
Yeah.
Can you clarify that next time, please? You just said you went outside. So the second ray instead is going to go for Ophelia. Ophelia, I need another strength saving throw as that same like telekinetic beam sails towards you.
Strength. 6.
6, you lifted 30 feet up into the air. Bernard, Ophelia's right beside you, and you see her just lift up
Just
into the
gets
air.
yoinked.
It's lightly obscured. I'd barely notice it.
And the third beam is going to go for Bernard. Bernard, you feel this bluish purple beam hit you. I need a wisdom saving throw as your eyelids start to get heavy.
Natural 1.
Bernard is unconscious for 1 minute unless someone uses their action to hurt him or wake him up. So Bernard just falls unconscious in the grasping weird tendrils.
Oh, I believe. Let me double check to make sure I don't shrink.
I don't think you do.
Yeah, it just says 1 minute.
Yep.
Doesn't
So
say that
you're so big and you fall unconscious on the
Okay.
ground sleeping. That was all 3 rays. So yeah, it's gonna end its turn there, bringing it to Ophelia. You are in the air, restrained. You can still attack with spells and stuff. Just like plus like attacks that you need to roll to hit are at a disadvantage.
Can I see this friend of ours? This little bitch?
Yeah, you're about 10 feet above it.
Great.
But
I
not
need
like
to
on-
make an intelligence saving throw.
Intelligence saving throw. Okay.
Not- Yes.
What are you doing?
Mind thrust, bitch.
Okay. Yeah, and you're also lifted up out of the obscurity. The obscurity is like a 50-foot. Oh, it's a 50-foot cube, so it's still lightly obscured. So lightly obscured, you can still see things. It's just disadvantage on attacks. If it was heavily obscured, you wouldn't be able to see.
Just need to see the bitch.
Okay, so it needs to make a intelligence saving throw.
Correct.
That's a 4 plus 9, 13.
That is a fail. So let's get that spicy shit in. 6. 14 psychic damage.
Okay.
And on its next turn, it can either move, take an action, or a bonus action. Only one of them.
It's only ever been taking one action. All 3 irays count as one
Well,
action.
it can't move.
Okay.
Or an action.
Okay. So yeah.
I'm just...
So yeah, you hit it with this like psychic energy, and it lets out another scream, and you're lifted up. Yeah, 50-foot cube. No, you're still in the tentacles. I said 50-foot cube. All right. That's the end of your turn,
It also
Ophelia.
doesn't have a reaction.
Correct.
Until the end of its next turn.
That's the end of your turn, though.
Yeah, I'm just vibing. I can't.
All
do
right.
anything
So
else.
legendary actions aren't reactions, so it's going to use a legendary action and do a beam at Ophelia up in the air.
Bring it, big boy.
Ophelia, while you're restrained up in the air, I need a wisdom saving throw as your eyelids start to get heavy.
Oh, take a nap up here. Yeah, it's a natural 1 + 1.
So you're also unconscious and restrained in the air. Is Mind Thrust concentration? It is not.
No, it's just a...
Yep, 1 round.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. That brings us to Strahd, who is... Yeah, he's going to... He would do a fireball, but it would hit Ophelia. So he's going to do a chromatic orb with disadvantage and do fire damage. So that is a 15 to hit, which is a miss. So this fiery chromatic orb just slams into one of the pillars, and he's like, well, sorry everyone. Oh, everyone's asleep. Shit, I should use my action to wake Bernard up. But, so he'll do action surge.
Bernard's sleeping pretty well. He likes it.
Strahd is using an action surge to use his action to wake Bernard up. So Bernard is awake and prone on the ground. So yeah, just uses his action to shake you. Come on, get up, get up, get up. He like stumbles through the things, sort of finding you, and he falls onto your face. Oh, Bernard, and he like slaps you awake. You're sleeping. Come.
This looks terrible.
And as Strahd ends his turn, like kneeling above you, like waking you up, the beholder's going to do another legendary action to fire an eye ray at Strahd. Strahd needs to make a dexterity saving throw. Strahd is slowed, so half movement and everything else. He's like,
welcome to the club.
Oh, sorry, Ophelia. You can make the save again for that slow.
Wisdom?
Dexterity saving throw. At the end of your turn, wait, you're unconscious, so that's an automatic fail.
Yeah.
Automatic fail for the slow, so never mind. Sorry. That brings it back to the top with Bernard. Strahd smacked you awake. You're prone on the ground, still giant.
God, thanks. Swing.
Yep.
22.
22 hits.
That's 14 damage.
14 damage. So you just stand up.
Second attack is a natural 1.
That's a miss.
Third attack is a 28.
28 hits.
And that does 15 damage.
Alrighty. Anything else? This thing's looking rough now, so anything else? Half movement to stand up, action to attack.
I'll go ahead and use second wind.
Okay.
Dang it. What is it, a D10?
Yes.
Yeah.
D10 plus
Sweet, I rolled a
Whatever.
9, so 15 plus 9.
24.
Yeah.
Alright. Anything else, Bernard? Movement at all? You still have half movement. Oh, it's difficult terrain.
Oh, shit. You're gonna have to take away all the damage from those sword attacks, because it was supposed to be at disadvantage.
Oh, correct.
Sorry.
Okay. So, roll them again, I guess?
Yeah. How do you want to do it?
Just roll them again.
Okay. So the first one is a 14 to hit.
Misses. The second attack was a
Second
natural
one.
1, so that was the natural 1, so that's an automatic fail for the second attack.
Alright. Third attack is a 2.
So
plus
the
10,
so
12.
the third attack misses as well then. So the first attack. What'd you get for the first one again? Sorry.
A miss. They all
Okay,
miss.
So all the attacks missed then. Okay. And then anything else?
I did my bonus action to heal. And
Correct. And half movement to
Yeah.
stand up in this area is difficult terrain. Still. All right.
Yeah.
That brings it to Nesla then.
So that would have been my full movement to stand up, right?
Yes, because it's difficult terrain. So yes.
Yeah.
Nesla, you're also in the difficult terrain. And, oh no, you're outside, so you're not in the difficult terrain. Oh no, wait. Yes, you are because you're outside the church into 50-foot cubes. So you're in the terrain that's have lightly obscured and difficult terrain.
Yeah, so I guess a lightly obscured shot.
All right, so with disadvantage.
$24.
24 hits. This crossbow bolt just sails through the air and slams into its central eye.
Big ol'
Oh
six.
shit, Bernard, the second wind wouldn't have helped you.
No?
You don't
Okay.
you don't regain any hit points. I forgot.
All right.
You get the idea based on wherever its icon, its invisible icon might be positioned. Healing will not work there.
I was underneath it.
Oh, correct.
Okay.
Never mind. Sorry, you're underneath it. I forgot. So yeah, never mind. But it can position its icon wherever it wants invisibly. But yes, it was not underneath, so you get your hit points. Sorry about that.
Okay. Cool.
So
Oh,
that's
that's
what
alright.
that's what its center icon does.
Yikes.
All right, Nezla, what was the damage? Sorry.
Big ol' 6.
6. Okay. Anything else?
That's it. Step back around the corner.
Alrighty, that brings us to Una.
How's this thing looking?
It was looking rough, and then
Yeah.
it's looking somewhat okay.
It looks kind of sad though.
You can't really tell it's a skull. It's a skull.
I'm gonna do, like, bonus action 2-weapon fighting. So like I have like the dagger of soul scaring in one hand,
Mhm.
and the vicious longsword in the other.
You can't. Longsword's not a light weapon.
Can I do like a regular dagger and the soul
Yes.
scaring one?
Yep.
Hey, I'm gonna do that.
Okay. All right. Both at disadvantage.
Okay, so for the dagger of soul scaring, that's gonna be a disadvantage. $24.
24 hits.
Okay,
Stab into its central eye.
that's gonna be perfect. 11 piercing and 11 psychic.
Ooh, yeah. It's back to looking rough.
And she's gonna.
All right.
So,
So,
whoosh, and then with
since it's
the-
two-hand fighting, you roll just the attack. You roll the attack. You roll damage, but you don't add the modifier to it because it's two-weapon fighting.
It's just the dice.
Yep.
Okay, so just a straight
And it's a
attack
bonus.
and then a D4.
Yes, and it's a bonus action to do two-weapon fighting.
Okay.
Still with disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Right. Sorry, I keep forgetting. 12 and 11, so 11, 12, 13, 30, 20.
Dirty 20 hits. So just roll a d4 as you just stab into its central eye with a mundane dagger.
2.
2 damage. Alrighty. Anything
And
else?
I can't.
You
Get,
can't disengage. Nope.
No, I was gonna say there's sneak attacks. I'm still at
Nope.
disadvantage.
And you also can't disengage because you used your action and bonus action. So you're right in front of its face.
That's fine. I'm just chilling. I'm squaring up.
But beholders never do their bite attacks because they're kind of useless. Alright, anything else, Una? Forgot the lair action again. God damn it.
Thank God.
Oh, sorry, because initiative count 20 ended, that all difficult terrain stuff goes away at the end of Nesla's turn. It went away. Anyway, so
Yeah.
that's your turn, essentially, right? Unless you
Yep.
want to move. Okay.
No, I don't want to get an opportunity. to,
Alrighty.
beat me.
That'll bring it to the Death Tyrant, who's looking pretty hurt now. It's going to do 3 eye rays. 1 at Una, 1 at Bernard, and 1 at Strahd. So, Una, You see this blackish ray of death come sailing towards you. I need a dexterity saving throw.
Come on. We don't care about that. 22.
22 succeeds. You hit it. You dodge it and it just slams into one of the walls of the church. The second eye ray going for Bernard. Bernard, you see this molasses-colored beam come sailing towards you. I need a dexterity saving throw.
Hey, 5.
5. You're slowed. Your speed is halved for 1 minute. You can't take reactions. You can only either take an action or a bonus action on your turn. You can repeat.
No multi-attack?
Multi-attack still works because it's still the attack action on your turn. So you
I
still get
thought it was a...
No,
oh,
you
okay.
still get 3 attacks per attack action. So you still get your 3 attacks. You can either do an action or a bonus action.
Cool.
And then the third, and you can repeat that at the end of your turn. The third ray is going for Strahd, who is currently also slowed. Strahd needs to make a dexterity saving throw. Ooh, lucky boy. 18 plus 4, 22. So he is not hit with disintegration beam. So it disintegrates a huge chunk in the floor where Strahd is standing. At the end of its turn, Ophelia drops 30 feet and hits the ground. And she wakes up when she hits the ground as well. So 9. I feel you take 11 points of bludgeoning damage. You just hit the ground prone, just beside Bernard.
Ow.
And it is your turn, Ophelia.
Oh, fuck.
And Una is right up in its face on her broom. And you all can see that she's now holding that same corrupted dagger in her hands again. Now that the lightly obscurity has gone away.
Tight. God, I don't know what to do.
So what are you doing, Ophelia? Are you standing up? Half movement?
Yeah, we'll stand up.
Okay.
With that. And I'm going to. Can I get a Constitution saving throw? Frostbite.
Frostbite. Yeah. Oh! Fuck. 12. 5 plus 7, right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, 12.
So he's going to take 1, 6, 11 cold damage.
11 cold damage. Alrighty. He's covered. The skull's just covered in a layer of frost, and he's like, "Arrgh." Looks like he's having a rough time.
Come at me, bitch. Let's go.
Anything else,
That's my
Ophelia?
That's my turn.
Oh yeah, because you're still slowed. Give me another wisdom saving throw at the end of your turn, or dexterity. Sorry for slow. You got
Give me
rid of
good luck,
fright.
baby.
Yeah,
So dexterity save.
correct.
So, 4.
4. You're still slowed, unfortunately. Bringing it to Strahd, who is also slowed. He is going to look up at this thing and just cast Chromatic Orb, fire up at it. For an 18 to hit, which fucking misses. So he's going to just pout and do his dex save. He is also still slowed. At the end of Strahd's turn, the Death Tyrant's going to do another beam from its eye rays, and it's going to go for Una. Una, I need a dexterity saving throw as another molasses-covered beam goes sailing towards you.
Bernard's just like, hit me, please.
23.
23, you are not slowed. Back to the top with Bernard.
Alright.
No longer obscured.
Oh, so that...
The tentacle stuff went away at the start of initiative count 20 last round, so after Nesla went last round, it went away.
Ah, cool.
Yep. So you're currently just slowed, Bernard.
Natural 1.
So that's a miss, unfortunately.
19.
19 just hits.
Uh, 7 plus 8.
15.
That's 15 damage.
Oh no, 7 plus 8. Yeah, 15. I missed. Oh, 15 damage. Sorry. Yeah. So you, it's looking real rough. Just you like hit it in the lower jaw, and its lower jaw actually like cracks in half, and it's both of the lower jaws are just kind of like dangling there.
Third attack.
All right.
21.
21 hits. So you cleave one of these chunks of jawbone.
And that is 16 damage.
Oh. You swing up and you cleave off the left half of his lower jaw, and it just goes thudding onto the ground. Just, and this thing is looking real bad, like near death bad, like super near death bad. Anything else? Oh, that's sorry, you're slowed, so that's your action. You can still do movement if you want, but it's up to you.
Half, right?
Well, slowed, yes.
No, I'm gonna chill.
All right, dexterity saving throw to see if you can end the slow effect on you at the end of your turn.
7.
You're still slowed. So it's gonna do another eye ray at you then. Just.
I'm slow.
Oh man, this is shit. A pink ray goes flying into Bernard. Bernard, I need a wisdom saving throw to avoid being charmed.
10.
Bernard, you are currently charmed for 1 hour until the beholder harms you, or until someone gets you out of that charm with the blood restoration spell. Alright, that'll bring us to Nesla.
Hey, crossbow bolt.
Alright, straight attack roll. Just.
Son of a bitch. 14.
14 misses, just sails over its head. Anything else, Nesla? You have bonus action, you have movement.
Yeah, there's nothing really I can do.
Okay.
That's it.
Alright, it's going to use its third and final legendary action to do a beam at Una. Una, you see a pink beam sail towards you. I need a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, which I am proficient in at least, which is something.
Mm-hmm.
19.
19. You are not charmed by it either. You shrug it off, not wanting to be charmed by it again. But that does bring it to initiative count 20 that I keep forgetting about. Nesla, we were hiding behind that wall. An eye is going to appear and shoot a ray at you, just in the back. Fuck me, another charm ray. Nesla, I need a wisdom saving throw as a pink ray slams into you.
14.
You are also charmed. So you and Bernard are both charmed by the Death Tyrant. Bringing it to Una's turn. You're right in front of his face.
All right, sorry. That's where I got confused. I thought I rolled a 20 for initiative. So every time you've said like
Initiative count 20 loses
20?
initiative ties. So you go, Nesla goes, and then the lair actions go.
Cool.
And I keep forgetting to use them.
That's where I was like
Yes.
confused.
I had to Google it because I didn't know what it meant.
So initiative count 20 is what lair actions go on, or other stuff. And initiative count 20 always loses ties. So it's always after people with initiative count 20.
Cool.
So it's called initiative count 20, that's what I just say. Going forward, that way we're all in the same thing. Anyways, Una, it's your turn. And you're right up in
we're
its
gonna-
face.
Same thing I did last time.
Go for it.
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
So that's going to be a 28.
With the dagger soul scarring, hits.
Yeah. Come on, this thing, you said it was looking rough.
It is looking real rough.
It is looking real rough. So 10 piercing and 11 psychic.
How do you want to do this?
Oh!
And as Una kills it, Bernard and Nesla both uncharmed.
You just see her take this dagger with like all the smoke coming off of it and just sinks it into that middle eye, and just watching as the smoke just from it and the eye just like exploding and like goo going everywhere.
And unfortunately, because it's undead, nothing happens to it with your dagger.
Good to know.
Yeah, so you guys watch as the skull just drops to the ground and just lays there dormant, and as its eye kind of fades, that void closes, and where that void was is a chest.
What trinket appeared in her hand?
Did you use your reaction to do that? You have to use your reaction to do that.
It's just if something
Reaction.
died.
Yeah, you have to use your reaction to use it, though.
Yes, I'll do that.
Okay. Let me pull up the trinket book again, the trinket stuff again. Alrighty. I'll just make this quicker. I have a D100 right here. You get... What the hell is that word?
What is it?
Does anyone know what a lepidopterist is?
I don't know, but that sounds cool.
Oh, it's a book about butterflies, moths. You get a moth box filled with dead moths with skull-like patterns on their wings.
Cool.
And yeah, so that's what you get. So you have 2 of those trinkets now. And as the Death Tyrant's just lifeless skull hits the floor, Bernard and Nesla no longer charmed, and where that void space was, a chest opens up, written on it saying "The Way Out."
Are we still slow?
No, that goes away too when the beholder. Any effect that the beholder had on you with eye rays is gone.
God bless.
Una just flies down and is just like trying to just like hide the dagger, and she's just like, I think we need a rest after that. That was a bit rough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm surprised we didn't get teleported out of there. Wonder what's going on.
Well, you guys see the chest that says "The Way Out" written on it.
Doesn't even matter.
Apparently doesn't. Anymore.
And that was only 6 rounds, so... Yeah.
That was only?
6 rounds. Lair actions, legendary actions. Yeah.
Una's flying down.
Wasn't even a
Uh,
minute. That wasn't even a minute.
Oh.
It felt like a minute. But yeah.
A hot minute.
So
Who's
you guys...
gonna open the chest?
Alright. You open the chest, and inside are 7 bottles of supreme healing potions. And as you open the chest, you guys see Una in the chest slowly starting to disappear. Going back to the prison. You get the idea you need to grab onto Una or the chest to go with her.
Una like puts her hand out like, guys, come on, come on, come on.
Have to.
Nesla, you get your cat ass over here, I swear to God.
Yeah, it goes over there.
Alright. So you all teleport back into the cell with Khazan. Another one of the chains, the one that was in one of his left pec, shatters, and you guys have a chest full of 6 supreme healing potions. 10d4 plus 20.
Hey, what was your name again? Come on.
Khazan.
This kind of fucking sucks. Wait. Are you sure this is the only way out?
It's what the Dark Powers told me.
All the dark powers are bitches. Why?
Wait, the dark powers
Oh.
told you that?
Nesla and Ophelia, you're no longer under the apathy thing either.
My statement still stands.
Would it be too early for a long rest?
No?
I also like to sleep.
Okay. Well, you guys look like shit, so if you want to, rest here, nothing can get through those veils this way, so we can talk, we can discuss things. I'm sorry, I'm not wearing any clothes. If any of you have a spell that can, like, disguise my parts, that'd be great.
How long have you been naked here?
When I destroyed the Sun Sword, not long after that, so, oh boy, 300 years, I think?
Damn.
You've been naked for 300 years and you're still modest?
Well, I can imagine none of you want to see this. It's an old,
I've
wrinkly,
seen
naked
better.
man.
I've seen worse. And Una just like goes towards like one of the walls and just kind of like lays her back against it. It's just like.
Okay. Alright. Everyone else doing a long rest then?
Mhm.
Okay. So,
Is there anything that looks like we could like Bernard? His bedroll got destroyed by the book. I imagine there's no like furniture. It's just like hard.
It's just hard stone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ophelia, there is enough room in here to deploy the carriage, though. The stagecoach. Ooh, wait. Never mind. Don't do that.
No,
It's a demi-plane. You don't want to do that.
Wait, why don't we want to do that?
Demi-plane is that another demi-plane does a lot of bad stuff.
Oh, okay.
Rips a hole.
We all die.
No, you don't die. You just get sucked into the astral sea, or
We all
a plane of my choice.
We all die. Is gonna wait for Bernard to settle down. She's got something to give him.
Yeah. Bernard is looking. The only thing he's gonna have to take off all his armor and stuff to actually be able to sleep. I think if there's like,
no.
anything going on.
There's something different with sleeping. Sleeping in heavy armor is different based on the conditions. So I imagine that's what you're.
Yeah, because I mean, like, he doesn't have a bedroll. He's sleeping on stone in armor. I imagine he's just like, this isn't happening.
Okay.
Fuck yeah, concrete.
Sleeping in medium or heavy armor makes it difficult to recover fully during a long rest. So even wearing medium or heavy armor anyway during a rest. When you finish a long rest, during which you slept in medium or heavy armor, you regain only 1/4 of your spent hit dice. If you have any levels of exhaustion, they do not get reduced.
I need my hit dice. Oh, that was for a long rest, though. You don't. Oh, I see what.
When you finish a long rest, during which you slept in medium or heavy armor, you
Yeah.
regain only 1/4 of your spent hit dice, and exhaustion does not get recovered if you sleep in medium or heavy armor.
Yeah. We're not just taking off all this stuff.
Okay. Yeah, sleeping on the hard ground has no like adverse effects. So as you guys all kind of settle down again, I guess, for a long rest.
We need to have a talk about combat effectiveness and how we could each improve. Because that was real bad at the start.
We didn't die though, did
That-
we?
If that thing wasn't a dummy, we would have been dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it feels like there needs to be more ranged aptitude in this little selection.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that my range was ineffective because I was asleep for half of that.
This is exactly why we need a long rest,
I am.
Ophelia.
Didn't I give you a hand crossbow?
Yeah, but then we blew up all my shit.
Yeah,
No,
so
I meant like, Una. I thought I gave you a hand crossbow.
you did.
Oh.
But she also has the broom, so she was just flying up close to it and stabbing it. So, there you go. But yes, Una, you do have a hand crossbow that Bernard
Crossbow.
gave you. Did you give her any bolts?
Yeah, there was like a pack of.
Okay, so 20 bolts.
Una's gonna like rifle through and be like, Bernard, you want it back?
I can't aim for junk.
Ophelia, do you want a little firepower?
We have no dex modifiers.
Yeah, it's
It would
given
be
to you
garbage.
because it's a dex weapon. That's why it was given to Una.
I can't use that.
Because it's a hand or light crossbow.
A
Yeah.
hand crossbow.
So I think you can get sneak attack with it.
Yeah. Yeah. You can
Which
get
is-
sneak attack with any ranged weapon.
Not true. I don't believe. I think
Really?
it's certain
I
range.
thought it was
if,
any
if
ranged
it's
weapon.
no, there are restrictions on it. I believe, like longbows. I don't think you can. There are restrictions on it. I'll look over it after the session.
Okay.
But yeah, Una, you can get sneak attack with your hand crossbow. That's kind of why it was given to you.
Shit, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was too busy using bolts from the grave all the time.
Yeah, and now it's gone.
Yeah.
But the new sneak attack's pretty cool. For you, hand crossbow sources. Anyways, yeah. So you guys all taking a long rest then?
Before we rest, Una's gonna go up to Shroud and be like, "You got anything to hear this poison I got in me? It's just throwing me off a funk in this last battle."
That's how he talks. Let me look. I used my greater restoration on Ophelia to kind of heal her from the, you know.
Which was a rock solid choice on your part, I will say.
That's not the funny joke. Nope, I don't have anything that could help you. If we wait till after the sleep, then I could, but I will be burning a 5th level spell slot to do so.
It's okay. I just thought I'd ask. And then Una's gonna go, like, near wherever Nestle is and kind of, like, lay down by him.
Okay. And the chest is just in the middle of the floor with the 6 potions in it. So, yeah, I guess that's where we'll end the session for the week, as you all kind of lay down for a long rest. You all can do the benefits of a long rest right now.
During this long rest, Ophelia is going to give Bernard the slippers of spider climbing.
Okay, nice. All right.
Duh, thank you.
Figure you can use them more than I can.
Yeah, with flight.
Yeah, he's gonna put them on.
All right.
First thing is gonna put them on like little slippers that go to bed. And little. Hopefully, when he attunes to them, they get like little googly eyes that kind of wiggle around.
Oh, you're fucking adorable.
It's just smaller versions of his head with googly eyes.
Okay. So yeah, you all kind of sit down for a long rest. Oh, sorry. Yeah, all ranged weapons get sneak attack. I thought there was restrictions on it because someone told me there was once. Anyways, yeah, you all sit down for a long rest. And that's where we're going to end the session for the week. We'll be back here next week for the continuation of this.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, you guys took out one of the harder guards with the second one. So.
Oh, thank God.
Good
Just because it could, it just stays in the air. Beholders never come to the ground. They stay in the air to be effective.
Yeah.
And that was a death tyrant, so.
Yeah. If he just would have stayed above that pit, nah, game over.
Well, it was originally going to just pull someone over the pit, and then when the telekinesis ended, they just drop into the pit and disintegrated. But, man, it moved closer, and then they couldn't have enough. Yeah. Anyways.
We failed a lot of saving throws.
That was rough.
Like if we had someone doing like recording stats for that battle, like
that would have been bad.
We failed way more saving throws than we
That was
passed.
a rough one.
And yeah.
We survived.
Yeah, no one got none of the big I hardly got any of the big eye rays. Really, disintegrate and the death ray are the big ones, and I got them maybe 4 times, and it was mostly just charm, sleep, frightened, petrification twice, I think, 3 times. But yeah, the disintegrate eye ray is really bad because you get dropped to 0 hit points from disintegrate ray, you turn to dust. If you get dropped to 0 hit points from the death ray, you die instantly. And if you die within its icon, wherever its invisible icon is looking, you turn into a zombie. So, yeah.
Hey, then I get unattuned to the cursed dagger again.
And you'd be a zombie, and you can't resurrect zombies.
Shit.
Shit.
Yeah, so if Una had turned into a zombie, her curse that she has that brings her back would not have happened because she would have been a zombie.
No shit.
So, yeah, you can't cast healing spells on undead. So, anyways, good night, everybody. Thank you for watching. Whoo boy. We'll be back next week. Remember, you guys have 6 potions of supreme healing now, so you can split that up however you want next session. So, good night, everyone. Bye-bye. Hopefully, we'll see you all Sunday. If not, we have a little special one-shot we're recording tomorrow. So, if we don't see us Sunday for Soldiers of the Lich Queen, you'll get to see that. So, Good night, everyone. Bye bye.